Hello,
I don't even
hello,
know.
and hello. I'm S.O.C.K, aka RIP Club Penguin, and today is going to be a special one because we're going to be playing some Shadowdark. If anyone listening slash watching isn't familiar with it, Shadowdark is a system that emulates a more dark fantasy approach to tabletop role-playing games. It's like similar to the old school D&D systems and stuff, and specifically this is going to be a mini series called Beasts of Burden. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, the camera opens up to a bird's eye view of a forest buffeted by a harsh blizzard. Woodland creatures scramble for shelter, huddling together to keep warm in this unfamiliar cold. Their breaths come out as vapor as it meets the cold air, eventually reaching the outside as it's carried by the strong winds. The camera follows a particular breeze as it washes over a skeleton on the ground. A skeleton that's frozen in ice. Then the view switches to a wide shot of this snowy landscape as the breeze is carried off in the far distance. As the shot fades to black, the trees, the ground, and the frozen skeleton shake as a loud growl sounds off. Many, many hours later, that same breeze floats in through a guardhouse window, washing over all of you. Just a cool breeze, but slightly cold enough to cause an unsettling chill. And now, who does this breeze wash over? You guys can introduce your characters and what class you're playing and what they look like and stuff.
You want me to go first? I guess I'll go first.
Yep.
I am playing Brother Anton. I am a cleric of Saint Taragnus. He is a middle-aged man with long brown hair and a thick goatee. He is a retired soldier who has given himself the moniker of Crusader. He roams the realms of the Seven Empires to smite evil in Saint Taragnus' name. He recently was within a caravan that was nearby Fort Fairhollow, and luckily he was the last remaining survivor, and thankfully civilization was close enough for him to make it here on foot, lest he die in the Shadowdark. So I suppose as the breeze brushes over him, he feels quite concerned, being that it's out of season to be this cold.
All right, who's up next?
Here we go. Mine's easy. I am playing middle-aged human warlock. He is chosen by Shun the Vile, although he's not quite convinced that Shun's vile or just misunderstood. And while reading to some forbidden texts in his academy, he ended up out here in the outskirts following the voice of Shun. His destiny. He's not wearing much armor, has a long sword, but not very good at it, and tends to keep to himself. He recently acquired a mask that he wears all the time.
All right, and then Bendal and Calvin, you guys can, whichever one of you guys want to go next.
I can go next, since I just completed my spells. You see, older elf who surprisingly is growing a beard. He is mostly covered in leaf litter and ragged robes. He has been displaced from his land, and he is seeking yet again another place that is safe, at least for the time being. He's a wizard who understands the nature magic and is doing his best just to stay alive for one more day. And my name's Findor.
Yes. So I am playing Calvin. He is a younger man. He is a dreamer of sorts. He loves stories and fantasy and all sorts of that nature. He's grown up listening to the stories of grand adventurers, and he wishes to tell those or retell those stories as well as find new ones. He wants to bear witness to grand adventures alike and to pass them down for further generations. Be inspired by it. So he's feeling this cold, and all he can think of is an adventure is coming as he starts to write in his little book.
Very cool. Yeah, no, so this like I don't know what my computer was just doing. Like Brother Anton noted, it is uncharacteristically cold, so you had to stock up on whatever winter gear you might have had, your warmest clothes, because it is it's fairly cold in here. But like I was saying, you guys are standing or sitting in a very cramped room in the guardhouse of Fort Fairhollow. They didn't have a briefing room or anything, so they just moved a whole bunch of stuff in the armory and out of the way. So the larger people among you guys kind of have to shrink your soldiers in, you know. Anyone sitting on one of the crates has to kind of shift uncomfortably so they can avoid being poked by a sword inside of it. You guys stand in a crowd totaling 30 people, a mixture of guards and crawlers that were recruited for this task. And all of you are being addressed by the captain of the guards. I'll put him on screen real quick.
He's huge.
He is not the size of a city block in Fort Fairhollow. For people that are listening to the audio, this his token is enlarged. But yeah, so
It's the boss fight.
you guys are all being addressed by this gentleman. He is the captain of the guards in Fort Fairhollow. He's a very large and muscular half-orc who you know as Captain Knuckle. And he's known as Captain Knuckle because he has a little bit of a temper, but he stands with a rigid posture as he paces with his arms folded behind his back. And he speaks to all of you as he says, "Think back to when you were a child, when the world was nothing but wide skies and untold stories. Back then, you looked out and only saw the future. Stories of heroes wasn't just history. It was a promise. A promise that someone would rise up when the world needed them." He pauses and scans the room. "I know there's distrust between the guards and the crawlers. We bleed different blood. We walk different roads. But I'll tell you what. I think what binds us, guards and crawlers alike, is a hope. A hope to carve out a place in this cruel world." You see, he points towards the window out to the fort beyond. "Now, it's your turn. You've been given the chance to be the future for someone else. To be the heroes those children out there dream of. Heroes who rise when the storm rumbles. Heroes who stand when the world wants us to fall. Our mission is simple. Retrieve help to aid in our defense of the fort. As of right now, we don't have an accurate map in relation to the other settlements, but I know of a church nearby that holds such a thing, a couple days' travel. So we march to the church, and we plan from there. You all have the evening to yourselves. Enjoy a drink, hold your loved ones, and be satisfied knowing that you're guaranteeing them many more nights. Dismissed."
GM, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
So were we just sort of handpicked off the streets for this mission because we are like known crawlers?
Yeah, you're fairly notable people in your backgrounds and stuff, as evidenced by some of you having some very interesting items and stuff. But yeah, you guys all have a certain pedigree about you. That, and then just they put out a volunteer for the stuff. But people are generally very uneasy in the fort right now, as there's an evacuation order out right now. So lots of people are kind of thinking about like leaving. So it's like only really the established crawlers are answering this sort of call.
To know. Good to know.
I'm going to ask the rest of the group, do we know what church and what aid does this fort need being new to this area?
Oh, wait, you're asking Captain Knuckle?
Anybody who can answer, party or any guards that are around.
Well, he would have. I imagine somebody probably would have asked that, especially like a crawler that isn't from here. So he would have said basically repeated the decree that was sent out by the ghostwriter for the baron of this, or the lord of this fort. Keep your eye on the sky and be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice, essentially. It's not really any specifics, but from what you can tell, it's obviously serious enough for them to want to like recruit a small little like militia to go out and find help and stuff.
What foul magics bring winter's chill in the middle of summer?
There's a cold upon us. That's why I had to leave once again. I think it's all for naught. I think we're all dead.
DM, being a man of stories myself, would I have heard rumors or whatever of anything causing this cold? Keeping an eye out, listening to the crowds and such.
I would probably say roll me a thinking a luck check for this, because you would have had to hear from very specific people who don't have, like, generally all the information everybody has is keep your eyes in the sky. I would say you probably heard some rumors without like a D100, like roll that sort of deal. You've probably heard rumors that there's like various different types of creatures that people are theorizing and stuff. Like some people think it's like frost giants from like deep in the frozen waste, or like some sort of demon, that sort of deal.
Okay. Did you say roll a D100? Or
yeah, it's a luck check, if you might have heard specifically.
63.
So I'll say that's like secondhand information.
Sure.
You've heard of a great beast of frost that made even like experienced crawlers fall to their knees. Like that's something that you would have heard. Like somebody was like basically like saying like, I heard even like such and such found like whatever this was and had to like turn tail and run, that sort of deal. Like drop all their stuff and leave. So not an exact type of creature, but you know whatever it is, it's a big deal.
Sure. I would be writing in my book, and I would hear Brother Anton's question. I wouldn't even look up. I'd just keep writing it and say, some say that this is the result of a creature, a beast. Well, who knows if that's got any truth to it. It's just what I hear. There's something big. Even though they're crawlers, scared witless about it.
It is a blight upon us.
I don't know. I like the cold.
Well, I shall accompany thee to any nearby tavern or inn, though I don't wish to sully myself with drink this night. I think I shall keep my wits about me and think about the days ahead.
As you guys get ready to walk out, you see, like, standing out, not right next to the doorway, but fairly close, you see Captain Knuckle kind of like whistles at you guys as you walk by to summon you over real quick. And gestures with the hand.
As we're walking over, I lean over to Fendel. Did you know that he's named Captain Knuckle? Because he has 7 knuckles on each hand.
I think just the last ones are broken. You can see the old scars. I know a thing or two about wounds.
Do you?
And plants. And that's what this winter blight has done to my herbs. As he kind of like picks out like an old whittled like pipe and like stuffs it with you don't even think it's tobacco. Like it like looks like tea leaves or something random, and he starts kind of like lighting it up and puffing on it.
It smells like probable cause.
It smells like straight up like detritus. It's like it smells like a lawn or like old mulchy leaves.
Actually, on that note, which items did you guys pick? Again, I have to look to see.
I went for the cloak because that is fitting for my character who is basically a bum.
Yeah, well, so you I'm trying to pull it up on the Discord. It's fine. Everybody would have had to keep like a wide berth around Fendel because Fendel smells like a cow's ass. Like he smells like straight like barnyard. It's like being like in the middle of a barnyard.
I embrace nature fully.
When I leaned in, I held my
He
knees.
is a man of nature, it seems.
New manly scent. Bottled
You
up.
have to deal with shit if you're gonna be growing.
You know, I respect that. A man who is completely devoted to his cause is a very honorable thing.
I'm devoted to this earth and it being able to bring fruit and life, and this winter is destroying it. We have to fight, but I think we'll die and go back to the earth itself.
Remain steadfast. I do not think we shall perish here unless we are meant to. Who is this individual that is beckoning us, dear GM?
Yeah, Captain Knuckles not he's a very like proper individual, so you guys are having this discussion. You see he's just kind of awkwardly looking around the room waiting for you guys to finish having this philosophical talk.
Well,
I
I'm gonna
guess
ask
so.
what church is going to offer aid to this fort.
It's a church of Madeira. He kind of speaks up to interject himself. An old friend of mine. I won't make you make a check for this. When he says an old friend of mine, you see a look crosses over his face where he is he looks a bit crestfallen for a second, like a bit sad about something when he says that. But he says, "Friend of mine is a head priest there. I'm sure they're still kicking, but either way, they'll have Madeira's the god of law, and a couple sects of the worshippers keep making a point that one of the laws of society is needing to be aware of the world around you, so he was always the worldly sort. But the reason why he looks a bit uncomfortable for some reason, but he just says, the reason why I called you all over here is because I've heard about you myself, and I want to ask you for a favor. I would do it myself, but circumstances just aren't like that. I need 2 other people to lead this expedition. 2 other people with more experience, respectfully to you all, than you all have. And I know the 2 people that could do it, but I need you to... You're gonna need to convince them to come along. One of them, you probably would know him pretty well. His name is Brother Edrin. He's a priest over at the Church of Saint Taragnus. northeastern part of the city.
That name mean anything to you, Brother Anton?
I may have spoken with him in passing. I frequent the church quite a bit and leave donations and pay penance there, but I have not gotten the chance to meet too many people here.
You probably would have met, if you go to the church frequently, you definitely would have met Brother Edrin. He's a very prominent, he's not the head priest there, but that's mostly just because he spends most of his time, is pretty much the sole operator of the orphanage operation that works out of like the Church of Saint Seractus and stuff. He basically funds it mostly by himself because he has a large amount of fortune from being a crawler previously. You don't really know too much about his crawling days, but you know he was a crawler in the past, and he uses pretty much all of his funding to single-handedly run the orphanage.
Actually, I misspoke. He is a good man. I am lost in thought. You'll have to forgive me. I am praying silently for us all, for this fort.
Apologies. I'll leave you to do so. Captain Knuckle, what is next?
The second. Yeah, I was about to say that. The second person that I need you all to recruit for this, another man that I know is good for the job. He's actually a ranger. His name is Walt Fisk. You probably heard of him as Ash Hat. He is, well, actually, let me see. Who
My
among
background
you is the
is
most
soldier.
frequent?
So
Yeah.
I don't
Who
know.
among you is the most like frequent with like taverns and inns and stuff?
Definitely not Findle.
I don't know. What about you, Cabe?
No, I'm just looking. No, I'm gonna set
I've
it.
taken a vow of chastity, and nor do I indulge in drink, so it would not be me.
I would hang around them gathering stories from crawlers. That would be my primary thing. I'd just be essentially interviewing them and buying them drinks when I can. I don't know.
Well, I'll say you've probably heard talk because there's two inns in Fort Fairhollow. There's the nice one, and then there's the one where it's cheaper, but people are a bit rowdy there. The rowdy one is the Rusty Lantern, and the more nice one where you can just go to hear rumors or just have a enjoyable time without worrying about getting into a barroom brawl is the Hollow Hearth Inn. So, I mean, depending on which one you would have gone to, if you went to the Hollow Hearth Inn, you would have heard that a couple stories about this guy named Ash Hat Fisk. He is known for extreme gambling debt most of the time. He gets arrested every now and then for causing some brawls in taverns and stuff. But other than that, he's generally just a hunter. He's a ranger that lives for himself by hunting beasts and stuff to sell their furs and meat to the butchery.
He hunts for the best taverns. Drink it.
You wish for us to gather that ruffian up. That'll be interesting.
What was his name again?
His name is
Fisk.
Walt Ash Hat Fisk. I'll send the name on the thing real quick.
Hearing,
I gotta be the note taker this campaign because Jonathan's the note taker in my campaign.
I'm hearing Malt Ass Hat. I know that's wrong.
And we're trying to recruit him and Brother Edrin, right? Or are we recruiting
Yeah.
people that are... Okay, I thought we had to go out of the fort for this.
Yeah, it sounds like we've got a priest and a ranger that
Oh, wait, let me turn the music down a
are
little bit.
trying to convince to join us.
I see.
Is
Well,
the music good now? Sorry, I didn't see your message before.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I figured for your video it might even be
Yeah,
better
it's
if you turned it
it's
to
way
one.
quieter for me on my end than it is like for
Okay.
y'all. So that's why I
I
always
see.
have to like make sure during sessions that it's good for players.
Yeah, that sounds good where it's at.
Do I need to speak up, or do I sound alright now?
No, I hear you now.
All right, and then brother.
Aishadai.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the assignment is that or not really assignment. It's not mandatory, but he's asking you all like a personal favor to go recruit both Brother Edrin and Walt Ash Hat Fisk to be co-captains along with him for this expedition. He basically just explains that he can lead 30 people feasibly, but it's going to be a lot harder once we get out into the Shadowdark. for him to manage 30 people. So he has his own plan, but it requires 2 other people that he needs to know like the back of his hand in terms of like planning and how they're going to do stuff.
And we don't have to go talk to them technically until tomorrow.
Well, you leave tomorrow morning, so you have the evening to yourselves.
Okay, I see.
I think I can go talk to the Ash Hat. I have dealt with people who were difficult before, as he kind of like holds up his staff that looks much more like a gnarled club, a shillelagh.
Yeah, my arsenal appears to be, because I didn't really go for like what I have either. I have leather armor, I have a spear, I have a shield, and I have a crossbow. So I look like I'm kitted out, but it's not like the most high-end equipment.
It's okay, I got a beaten stick and rags.
Well,
A
maybe
proper
we
peasantry.
Perhaps we should go talk to him then. And then we shall go to the church. You take the lead on this one.
Oh, well then this may not go over well, but I will try.
I think our chronicler here probably would be best with the big fancy words.
I'll do my best. I've interviewed him before, actually. Tried to get some of his stories. Unfortunately, he was very drunk, and it was not easy to understand him. So most of my chronicles of him, they're rather rambling. I'd like to talk with him more. Seems like he's been around for a while.
Captain Upwood just gives you guys a parting bit of advice before you head off. Well, first he sincerely thanks you for going to do this. It seems like this is a little bit of like a sore subject for whatever reason. He's just been, like I've been saying, having this uncomfortable, sort of awkward demeanor about him talking about these two. But he says that before you all go, a bit of advice, Brother Edrin, he's generally an agreeable sort, so that he's a little bit of he's very passionate about his current line of work, so that's the only line you'll really need convincing with him. But Walt is a bit of a piece of work, to say the least. I will say, if you want to get the Ash Hat to like you, you have to appeal to his sense of ego. Thinks of himself as a little bit of a god. Not literally, but you know.
Mhm.
Well, if his help is required for the safety of every soul who lives in this place, I'm not above forcing one to doing their duty.
He looks a little bit quizzical about the forcing part in your statement, but he just nods.
Sometimes a stern smacking aligns one properly. Something my father taught me at a young age. Well, then we should head out. Aish and I. May she be with you. And I start heading towards the door.
I'll give a bow and follow behind him.
And Captain, you should use Elmer root for your knuckles. It'll help with old wounds. Ache a little bit less. And then I turn and follow.
Thank you. It looks like he doesn't, he's trying to hide it, but you see he writes something down on a sheet of paper behind him, like turns around.
And I know he does. The one thing I'm good at is plants.
Relthar, are you a human?
I'm quite human.
Okay. We're
All
both
right.
humans.
So you
Are we
guys are
all
going
human?
to talk to Brother Edrin first, or...
I think we want to go to Mr.
Ash Hat?
Walt Disney Ash Hat, and tell him Star
Go to
Wars
the
sucks, and
tavern.
beat him half to death, and drag him out of the tavern.
If that's what we're
Respectfully,
doing. I'm gonna go get whiskey if we're going to the bar.
Let's see if we can apply more liquor to him at the day.
I'm lawful, so I don't necessarily condone beating somebody in the street. However, if somebody is a miscreant and is purposefully impeding something that will save the lives of many, I'm not above being stern with them. Getting a little handsy if we need to.
The good old honorable ass whooping.
Yes, in the name of Saint Taragnus. I'm coming up with quotes as we play in Celestial, and I'm just going to say them randomly, and nobody's going to know what I'm talking about.
Actually, that might be a point of conversation between you and Calwin, because if you pick the wand, Calwin, you actually would know some Celestial that Brother Anton is speaking every now and then.
Well, when I say Aishanai, that means may she be with you in Celestial.
I've written that down.
Oh, waiting for Findal to get back.
As we're outside, is it like snowing outside, or is it like slushy?
There is a little bit of a light snow falling. It's not enough to cake on the ground, but it's enough to make it so the general kind of not really well kept dirt roads are very muddy to walk over. It's very like kind of some of it is like solid, like crunching under your feet, but generally most of it has made it so it melts and makes the ground pretty wet.
What is the general demeanor of the townsfolk as we step outside? Do we see, is it like active, or is everybody like hiding in their homes?
You've seen, stepping out of the guardhouse, where are you near? Yeah, the general demeanor for the people is anxious, to say the least. Some people have like staged small, not riots, because Captain Knuckle usually handles it, but some people have like wanted to know specifically what the threat is that's going to show up and stuff. Like they've like, we need answers, and a lot of people that are like the town criers, that sort of deal. So people generally are like in a really foul mood. It's like the sort of deal where walking around, somebody like just like bumps you on the shoulder walking by, that sort of deal. It's like people are very very ill-tempered right now.
'Tis a bad omen when the people of your home are in such a foul mood. Perhaps we should make haste.
Part of the main reason as well of the temperament of the village, just because a lot of like the really rich merchants, as soon as they got the message, dipped out. So it's like the actual economy within the fort has been changed with a lot of like the top people that were there for various things like food and water and stuff, and then medicine. It's not every single business has done it, but a lot of the richer ones have left. So people are kind of scrambling.
As we're walking, I'll use like a special shorthand that he would have, Colin would have made himself, and I'll be taking notes of various logistical elements of the town or the fort, of the state it's in, and just different, for lack of a better term, characters and what they're doing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And just essentially just kind of keeping a record, a history book record.
Are you a spy?
No.
Bindal, you, please don't take offense to this question, but have you been working in the Gong House, taking shifts on the side?
Not actually from here. See, my last name of No Home is for a reason. I never stay any place very long.
So you and I are both foreigners here, then?
Yes. This is the first time I've seen civilization in, what, 5? 8 years? It all blends together. You humans don't last very long, compared to my type. And I'm an elf.
How do you survive in the ruination without civilization to protect you? Out in the Shadowdark.
You said it.
Shadowdark.
Shadowdark.
Every time somebody says Shadowdark in the video, I'm going to put the title card up.
The real shadows.
Oh, every time we say that, we take another drink, right? Vector of the gods. Well, I give to the earth, and the earth gives back.
Have
If
you had
know
any...
what she needs, then she protects you.
Have you had any run-ins with the Korath Scourge? They are the ones that attacked my caravan and killed all who were with me. If it were not for my faith in my god, I would not have made it here alive.
I don't believe so. I don't know the kingdoms of men. I do see violence out there. I have seen caravans ransacked, or at least what happened afterwards. But I can't say that it is this Korath Scourge you speak of.
Well, I'll point them out to you, and you'll know. And we can kill them together. In her name.
Sure, in her name.
Imagine it's the handshake where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers did the most manly handshake of all time.
Saint Tyragnos is mostly worshipped by humans, so it would make sense that you're like, yeah, whatever.
And it's the skinniest little wizard man shake, because for those who don't know, in Shadowdark, playing a druid isn't a class by itself. It's like a wizard that is neutral, and then they get access to those druid spells.
So muscular arm,
I'm a little
one twig.
weakling.
I'm just an average-sized human. I'm not very dexterous, though. So perhaps I have an injury from my past. I have maybe something like a torn muscle in my leg that never healed right.
Just have a permanent limp, that sort of deal.
Sort of, yeah. We'll say something like that.
All right, but yeah, so you guys get to the Rusty Lantern.
I'm finally not banned from.
That's right. Different character.
Yep.
Let's see here. So as you guys are about to walk in, you see one this older gentleman gets thrown out by a very large guard within the tavern, and tells him and stay out, that sort of deal. As the guy, he's very clearly drunk, kind of laying in the mud, putting his hands up, what did I do?
Your name wouldn't happen to be Asshat, would it?
It's just Walt.
No, this man is not Ash Hat. He's just a random drunk that was thrown out for disorderly conduct.
I help him to his feet, and then I kind of grab his cheeks, and I turn him left and right to look at his face, and I say, "Go home and sleep it off."
Thank you. Looks confused as he kind of steps off. Very groggily.
Damn drink. It turns man into nothing but a savage.
Couldn't agree more. But you know what else it does?
Loosens lips.
Exactly.
I'd take offense to the savage part.
No offense.
Smoking seaweed.
Apology accepted.
You open the door, and the door kind of barely is on its hinges as it knocks one of you in the head when you're trying to walk by and stuff. And you see a cacophony of this is the Rusty Lantern. It's a very famous reputation. There's a cacophony of raucous laughter between crawlers or the various patrons in the bar and stuff. There's cards being played in the background, and people that are brandishing knives or in threats against each other for supposed cheating and stuff. And you see there's a big circle, a big couple of tables have been put together in a circle for a whole bunch of people to play this very large card game in the back. and you hear one person kind of louder than the rest of them yell, "Next time you short me on the deal, you know what happens." As you see like a very stately, kind of elderly looking dwarf is... Let me put him on the screen.
Boy, their subwoofers are quite loud in here.
I was gonna say, the bards are playing the music real loud.
Is it really loud? Sorry.
They're going nuts.
I'm sorry.
The prestidigitation spells are very, very
That's why I said
well
just like say it
endowed.
out loud if it's like too loud, because I'm not looking at
We'll
the
do it in
chat.
character as a meme every
Yeah,
time.
it was just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the switch.
Turn it down.
But yeah, essentially, long story short, if you couldn't hear, it's very, very rowdy in here. There's a lot of people gambling, and there's one elderly-looking dwarf that has somebody by the throat and is threatening them as you walk up to it. You see, he has a cloak on over like the art that you see on the screen right here, but you see, he very much has like some sort of like scale mail, that sort of deal underneath the cloak. But in his iron helmet, you see 2 cigars. One of them still lit, kind of like sitting precariously on the horn.
Is he the one being held up, or he's holding somebody up?
He's holding somebody up. I don't know if I was clear with that. He has somebody by the throat right now.
Okay. Is that how a man, or is he the one that he is holding?
Having seen him before, I can't remember. Did you say he was a dwarf?
I never mentioned he was a dwarf. No, most people assume he's actually. You said you interviewed him before, so yeah. The one holding the person by the throat is Walt Ashhat Fisk, as evidenced by the 2 cigars in his on his helmet.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, Ash.
That is him. That is the one. He's... a tall for a dwarf.
You should tell him he's wanted by the guard to get his attention. Perhaps bring him outside where it's quiet.
He seems to be in a bit of an altercation. It's not really my forte. Maybe you should go and tell him.
I look to the definitely not a warlock. And I say, are you the rough and tumble type?
I might be able to banty some words with this. I've dealt with this type before. Let's go have words with them.
I'll accompany you. I can't stand the smell of drink.
I'll have to muster through it for a little bit longer.
Well, more for me. It's rare that I get in town.
And
I go up and haggle with the bartender.
As
I'll head
everybody's
over to-
passing out as you walk by them.
I'll head over to Mr. Ashhat. Good sir.
Yeah,
Your
as
reputation precedes you. You must be Ashhat.
He puts up a very wide finger at you as you're talking, and he returns to talking to this individual he has by the throat. You told me by this time I would have a beast for the race, and you're telling me now, 5 minutes before it starts, that I don't have nothing. What did I pay the 5 silver for? And he, the individual is basically just like stammering until Ashhat just kind of just huffs and drops him and like pushes him off and stuff. And he looks at you guys with a very irritated expression.
I
Hello
stand
again.
tall.
Good to see you.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, that's hurtful. Don't you remember me? I interviewed you.
Oh, I meet lots of people, you know, high and dining, that sort of stuff. You're gonna have to be a little bit more fucking clear.
I'm sorry. I thought I would be more memorable. I am Colwyn, the chronicler. This is my friends. This is Brother Anton, and Relthar, and Findle. We've come to collect you. Wait,
Collect?
that might not be the best words.
Chronicler, what?
We have
You work for the town criers. You work for the news.
Sometimes. I'm more of a freelancer. But, yeah.
Oh, I didn't just say so. He walks up to you and puts a hand on his back. if you told me you were coming here for an interview, I would have set up a little bit of a section for you myself.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It all started 123 years ago.
Huh? What did?
He starts narrating his life.
Oh, no. We're not here for an interview right now.
Wait, get to the good part. Let him finish.
What?
Say again.
Let him finish. He's getting to the good part.
I guess we wait until he finishes.
Well, if you don't stop him, he's going to keep going. At this point,
pat Calvin on the shoulder, and I whisper in Calvin's ear, and I say, remember, resort to telling him he's wanted by the guard, and we were sent by the guard if he does not comply.
Okay.
And then, at the age of 13, I got my first kill.
If
A
it
large
takes a few
beastly
minutes-
bear, 25 feet tall. I slayed it with nothing but a dagger. One swift strike to its heart. It was done.
That's most impressive. Listen.
Right down the 25 feet tall part.
Yes. Actually, I made it 30. I think you were
30,
playing.
yes, it was a little bit more than that, I imagine. I'm trying to downplay it for the, for people to understand.
Of course. They wouldn't understand the true bravery it took.
Takes a deep swig of a mug of ale that he has and belches this horrid breath. It's almost a breath attack as he.
I turn away for a moment, but I turn into Findle, and I'm like, oh.
I come back from the bar at this, kind of hearing the last 30 feet or whatever, boasting, being like, "Oh, you must be the mighty Ashhat," and I've got 2 whiskeys in my hand. I wanted to buy you a drink. It's rare that we see a hero of such stature in these halls. And hand it to him.
He looks a little bit caught off guard. Like he's just like, well, I guess I'm a celebrity today. About time I started getting my dues around here.
Well, your reputation precedes you. I hear that the guards are looking for you, and I just so happened to come upon a job that would get us out of town. If you're interested in getting some of the cut, should be easy for someone of your stature.
More than easy. Taking down a 30-foot tall bear.
That's what I just heard, and you better believe it. It's probably 40 feet. Maybe even 240.
He downs the ale that you drink and reaches for the other one that was in your hand.
I take a quick swig and then I pass it on to him with a little bit of a bow. Well,
Downs in seconds. So, just to be clear, you're telling me the guard wants me for... Does the guard want me for a job, or those 2 separate things? Because if the guards want me, that could be a lot of reasons.
Exactly. I think there's some of them that want you for the wrong reasons, and then I know of a caravan that's going to be leaving, but tomorrow morning. Maybe lay low for a bit. I don't think they're onto you tonight, but I don't know if you'll get as much luck by tomorrow, and there seems to be good pay in getting this caravan where it needs to go.
More importantly, they said you were the only man that could do this job.
That's right.
He nods.
Captain Knuckle himself said that he trusted only you and one other man to have his back in this endeavor.
You see he was very happily enjoying all the praise that you guys were giving him. There's no charisma check involved with this. He's eating it up. But when you say Captain Knuckle, he was stroking his beard. He stops for a second. You see his eyes kind of widen, and there's a little bit of it looks like he kind of detaches for a second. When you go mentally absent, you were just lost in thought.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, he sits there for a couple seconds. At this point, the other patrons that were sitting at the card game, this huge ass card game that was happening, They're like trying to like shake him on the shoulder, and he just like brushes their arm off absent-mindedly, and he looks back at you guys and he says, "No deal."
Deal. Why is that?
Captain Knuckle put you up to this.
Put up is a strong turn of phrase. Perhaps you've been in here for too long. But have you noticed the outside? What's been going on around the fort?
Yeah, it's a bit chilly, I guess.
You've had snow in the summer, my friend. Things going on. This is bigger than anything of you, 30-foot tall bear, or anything to do with Captain Knuckle. This is about survival. Hope you can appreciate that.
What are you trying to say? These rumors going around are true?
Yes, and Knuckle gave us the tip that you may be needing a little bit of an out for a while.
I want you guys to understand one thing. If I need an out, I can just go find another town. 212 years old, you understand? Seen plenty of places. Seen them start, seen them end. It's what happens.
But would you get paid?
It's He takes somebody's drink right next to him, and they look like they're about to object, but he just gives them a stare. As he he contemplates, he like stops mid-drink, and he's like, "I'm not the emotional sort, but there's a sour taste in my mouth about that man's name. Couldn't even face me himself."
Face you? For what?
What'd you say?
Face you? For what?
We used to be, a part of a group of crawlers. Knuckle was one of them.
Writing this down.
To give some information just for stuff you would have actually known about Captain Knuckle, but prior to this conversation as well. You know that Captain Knuckle used to be a crawler. Part of the reason why he got his name as Knuckle is because he was pretty much a bully. Like, picture a worse, angrier version of Walt. That was Captain Knuckle. Captain Knuckle was a menace back in the day. He was known as a drunk that would get arrested into bar fights all the time. And one day he just didn't come back from an expedition. And then one day he showed up again. It's been like at least 10, 15 years since he's been the captain of the guards, but he came back and then shortly joined the guards.
Gotcha.
But Walt says that
I was going to try something, but I think you just kind of revealed it. I was going to do detect thoughts, but now you kind of told us the thoughts that I was going to detect. So.
I mean, he's not going to tell you the full autobiography. He's not, like you said, he's not he's a dwarf, so he's only going to get so emotional in a conversation, but you can tell there's something with it. He kind of trails off about that.
I guess we'll try this. I mean, might as well. I'm going to offer, say, well, it looks like we need a fresh round here. Let me get you some drink. And I'm going to head off to the bar, and while ordering a couple of drinks, I'm going to try to cast Detect Thoughts and peer into his mind.
Okay.
And the way the spell works, I just have to see him in close range, and but if he makes a Wisdom check versus my DC check of this spell casting, then he knows that I'm peering into his mind if the spell ends.
Okay.
First roll.
Have him make a little Wisdom check.
Let me give you the DC here. So it's
Try not to interject as my character because this is going well. So I think my character's interaction with him his interaction with him is going to end in a fight probably, or he's going to be very, very stern and it's going to make him mad.
16, that definitely succeeds.
Okay, so the spell succeeds, second tier, so he has to beat a wisdom 16. Oh!
Ah, fuck.
This is insane.
Damn.
So a nat 20 for Walt. So it just, he knows that someone's trying to peer into his mind.
Yeah, and the spell ends. So I don't get anything.
He thinks
'Cause I have
it's
to
me
focus.
because I've been standing nearby.
No, he knows it's me.
Oh, he knows it's you.
So as you're ordering the drinks and you cast this spell and stuff, you peer
doing
into
like-
his mind, and I'll say for like 2 seconds, you get this kind of like camera reel, that sort of deal, like how it shows like a movie reel, that sort of deal. You see a movie reel of him, kind of like, I'm trying to give you something here because you did at least beat the thing for detect thoughts. I'll say you see glimpses of some young adults that Walt knew. Like he basically is like seeing them grow up, that sort of deal. And then eventually it gets to them being like in a winter wasteland sort of area, and then it cuts off.
Yeah, that makes sense. It says you get immediate thoughts, and then on his turn, he makes the wisdom check. So
Yeah, it seems like he's contemplating having known them for a while, as it also seems like he knew Knuckle when Knuckle was a kid and stuff.
I have a question for you, Mr. Game Master.
Mhm.
We know that there are going to be a group of people going with us, so like it's not just going to be us three plus these two. It's going to be like more
including
people.
you guys. It's a group of 30 people, and then
Okay.
Captain Knuckle is leading the expedition.
So it would be disruptive to look for hirelings.
Yeah.
Fucking
gonna have
my
help.
caravan.
Yeah, so as you get to that point where he's looking out at all these people that he's seen grow up and eventually become like crawlers with, it cuts out as you all see as he was talking to you guys, he gets like, it's like the type of angry where you have to like breathe out through your nose to like process it and stuff. He gives you a hard stare, and he says something along the lines of like, I'm not going to be some puppet for you to play with my strings by using magic. He's offended that you would try to like use magic to try to get him to do this. Essentially, it's not as much don't use magic on me, like he's like humiliated or something. It's more so like a honor sort of deal, or as much honor as someone like him could have. He's not going to fight you, but yeah.
Is he speaking to me across the bar, or is he saying this in general?
I would think you probably would have got up and walked to you if you were like across from the bar and stuff. Yeah.
I will try to be deceptive and say, "Oh, I was just getting your drink order. It's the mask I have. It compels me to peer into people's souls."
Don't go poking around in my head.
Again, not my intention to pry. Only get your order.
He walks back to the table and kind of sits down.
Whiskey, ale.
What is that?
I still didn't get your order. Was that whiskey, ale?
He ignores you fully. He's trying his best. He's trying his best to keep his composure. He sits down and addresses the rest of you guys, and he's just
Whatever hatchet that you may have with fisticuffs, maybe we could get it buried. Is there a way that you can resolve this?
How did Knuckles seem when you all were talking to him? You got his head on his shoulders.
He seemed concerned.
Those
That's
two-
why he wanted you.
He kind of contemplates for a moment, and he says that,
I don't think he'd look for you lightly, since you too have history. Have you thought of that, dwarf?
he nods. He's still a bit miffed about the detect thoughts thing, but he says, I'll think about it for the night. I might feel a little bit better if they got a race coming up for the. You guys do musk races?
Do I look young enough to be able to do that still?
He catches what you're saying, and he nods, and he's just like, he explains that a musk race is a big, probably the biggest gambling event in the Rusty Lantern. So every Friday, or however they like organize days for this setting and stuff, every Friday night or evening, they host what are called musk races, where essentially they get a small animal and it's a race to, like, they bet on which animal is going to win the race. He explains that he had hired somebody to go out and catch something good for him since he didn't feel like it, but that's kind of come up no dice. So he says he might be a little bit more amiable towards it if you can go out and catch him something before the race starts.
Now you're talking about something that is my specialty.
Generally, he seems like he's an angry sort, but it's not the sort of deal where the detect thoughts thing just made him angry. He looks a little bit like he's contemplative and pretty, like, as sad as a dwarf can be about something. He's it seems to have made him a little bit more thoughtful at the current point.
He lost a pet to a race.
Well, I think he's looking for a pet to race.
Because he
for
lost
everybody's entertainment.
He lost his previous pet to the races. He's sad about it. Well, let's go out and try to find him a muskrat or a really fast snail.
How about the rabbit?
Before we leave, I would like to look around the room. Do I notice anybody who looks like a very, like, flamboyant type, like a painterly sort? Somebody that could possibly paint something up very quickly, like within a few hours or so.
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's like a bard that's trying to put on a performance, that sort of deal. There's a couple bards here.
If possible, I would like to approach them without interrupting them performing.
All right, yeah. What are you?
I would like to address one of them and ask a question. I would like to see if I could get a crude wanted poster painted up of Mr. Ash Hat, and I would like it to say wanted for severe gambling debt. And I would like to see how much that somebody would charge for such a thing.
Debt and petty larceny.
Yeah.
Maybe a little charisma check here. You see the bard looks at you as one of the younger ones. As you interrupt the performance, the other older bards look kind of annoyed, and they point their finger at, like, the youngest one, and the youngest one comes over to you. And maybe a little charisma check.
Oh boy. Okay. Slash roll. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What is that? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely good at these. Oh, I got a natural 20.
Oh, boy.
Hell yeah.
He will do it for 3 silver pieces. I'm not really sure what's a lot in this order.
I hand him 3 silver immediately.
Say 5 silver to make it simple for your sheet and stuff.
I give him 5 silver.
All right. Yeah, they can write one or get one up for you.
And I'm sure he's an infamous patron around here, so they probably know what he looks like. Enough.
He's also right over there.
Yeah, he's also right over there.
Yeah, you can get one drawn up for you. It'll only take maybe like 15-30 minutes for him to, like, mock one, a decent one up.
I essentially tell them to kind of make it look like it was made by the guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I guess I go with the rest of my party with the intent to return to retrieve this poster.
Findle, where do you recommend we start looking for this musk?
Yeah, now is better than later, as long as we have a little bit of daylight left. I can set some snares.
What's for me?
And, yeah, Findle will make his way out of the town where he best thinks he could maybe catch a wabbit.
So the way I was thinking about doing this is like a pseudo skill challenge sort of thing. So everybody make me a wisdom check I'll say for Mr. Druid, you can make yours with advantage since you're very experienced with animals and stuff.
Ooh.
So you need 3 successes before 3 failures.
Straight up. No, wait, no, it's an 8 for me.
I'm back at the bar, just about ready to cast sleep spell if everybody gets too drunk. Let's put the whole bar to sleep.
So you're gonna cast a sleep spell on like an animal.
Well, I'm like dialing SLEE and I'm gonna hit the P button.
Oh yeah.
It gets out of control.
Let me see here. So we got a 10 and up.
I got a 13 and a 14.
I got a 10.
I got a 10.
Rolling 1DF.
I don't know what I was just pressing a couple buttons trying to figure out how you guys did the modifiers on it.
You just put
it's
plus
just
or minus
slash
after.
roll and then 1d20 plus the bonus. So it's gonna be like just 2 rounds of checks for it. So you succeed the first one and the second one. So you guys are tracking. This is just to determine how good of an animal you guys get, because you are going to be able to just catch something, but it's just how good of it is will influence his demeanor.
So it's 16 and a 14 for Findle.
It's definitely like 5 and above over it. Okay, yeah. So I'll say with a mixture of various snares, Rothar, the mask is kind of giving you whispers of like when an animal is like hiding in a bush and everything, so you're able to direct people and stuff. And then Calvin is able to assist you guys. All of you guys succeeded, so it's just however you guys are trying to catch these things and stuff. But eventually you do. Somebody say something?
I was just saying I succeeded with an 8. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I don't know why your voices are quiet for me. My earbuds are like low for some reason. It's fine. Yeah, you guys eventually catch a rabbit, because a part of the way I was doing this is that, like I was saying, you guys were going to catch something eventually, but how good the success is depends on how good it is. So you guys got about just the best one that you could get, which is you catch a little rabbit and stuff in one of the snares and everything.
Hey, look at that. Excellent job, Findle.
Not a problem, as I'm kind of petting it and speaking, kind of druid speech to it to keep it calm.
You have to teach me that language sometime.
Don't we need to catch a musk?
Yeah, for the musk race.
Part of the reason it's called the musk race is just because it smells very bad in that part of the tavern, because there's a whole bunch of small animals in one location, and drunkards.
And the druid.
Yeah, and the druid, yeah.
Yep, and me. Don't forget. So yeah, I will calm the little critter and yeah, bring him back in or at least in my arm or in a little cage, whatever, back to Ash Hat.
Yeah, it seems to calm while being held by you, but it is very anxious, and you can tell that it's honestly a little bit malnourished. Because it just seems like, I mean, the grass is starting to die in the area just from how cold it is and stuff. So,
I reach into one of my many pouches, and grab some like seeds for it, and I tuck it in one of my sleeves, and I, kind of just hold out some seeds for it as it's like tucked in a little. It gets its little hole to hang out in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably getting like ticks and shit, but Spindle doesn't give a shit.
You want Lyme disease? 'Cause that's how you get.
Yeah, what Lyme disease? Who cares? Fleas and ticks. This is Spindle's life. See, if you take care of the earth will take care of you. Now, luckily, we're not putting this little guy in a pot, but instead it gets to run. Maybe even run free again.
Radagast here.
All right, yeah, you guys walk in.
Pretty much.
You can see the musk race is definitely getting ready to start. They've like set up a various amount of like books or like mugs and stuff. Basically, whatever objects they could find to form like a little makeshift straight runway. And at the end of it is like a steaming bowl of like porridge, like some sort of like food that's just been mishmashed together and stuff, and heated it up for the animals to want to run there and stuff. There's people, like, there's one dude complaining off to the side, "You got me a turtle! A turtle!" Like, versus complaining and stuff. But yeah, you guys bring him a rabbit. He seemed like he was in a little bit of a foul mood. Well, more than usual for a dwarf. But you bring him this rabbit. He looks like his eyes brighten. You can almost see like cartoon money signs in his eyes when you bring this one.
No, my little friend here is happy to do your bidding, but we need you to come with us tomorrow morning. Do we have an accord?
I'll have a judge for myself, but if you say Captain Knuckles changed,
Like I said,
I'll think about
we're not
it.
good friends. He seemed concerned.
He nods. He says he's strongly considering it, but you can tell that's just him being an asshole about him. He agrees. Essentially, you get an agreeable demeanor about it.
I would like to grab my wanted poster.
And I extend my hand for him to, like, shake that he's basically agreeing to the conditions.
He holds out a very calloused hand as he shakes your hand.
With an equally calloused but, like, withered old hand.
Brother Anton, would you have showed him the one that posted before that? Because I don't want to, like, speed run your stuff.
No, I'm not showing him it. I'm keeping it in case he tries to say, like, I'm not doing anything. Like,
That's
I
an
have it
insurance
to
policy,
go.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, like
basically,
renegs.
no, you are going with us because
Mhm.
you are one. That's like what I'm saving it for.
Okay.
Pocket blackmail for later.
Yeah, essentially like pocket blackmail.
All right.
I'm letting my
so-
much kinder friends take the lead, but if he gets a little squirrely, if he wants to get froggy, then I'm gonna jump.
Understandable. So your next destination is the Church of Saint Taragnus.
Isn't it like 3 o'clock in the morning after drinking and racing and hunting for rabbits?
Well, no, you see he immediately, all right, boys, put him up, as he drops the rabbit on, and you just hear they start the race. Come on! And it's, race is well underway.
I cast sleep on the rabbits.
Everybody falls to the ground.
The entire tavern to
Yeah, the
sleep.
entire
Entire
tavern
tavern, yeah.
collapses.
Everybody, level 2.
Pontiac, is that you?
All right, but you head around to the Church of Saint Taragnus. You see there's a graveyard right next to it that is very well kept, despite the rest of this, very, at best, run-down fort. The Church of Saint Terragnus, both the building and the graveyard next to it, are pristinely kept, even down to the grass. The grass is still dying, yes, but it's like the sort of deal where it's like they don't have lawnmowers, obviously, but if they did, it would be like the equivalent of like the lawn itself looks nice. It's very uncharacteristic for the rest of the fort.
I look around to my compatriots and I assume I'm taking the lead on this one, and I start ascending the staircase to the chapel doors.
I definitely nod at Brother Anton while packing my pipe.
That is a good question, though. What time it is right now?
Right now it's a little bit in like early evening after you guys. It only took maybe like 15, 20-ish minutes for you guys to catch an animal out there. So,
okay,
I would say in the room's like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's sundown essentially around that time.
Hours to go. Got it.
But yeah, so you guys walk into the main chapel area. There's a large metal statue of Saint Terragnus in the center, and there's a couple like acolytes and priests that are currently in a sermon right now. The specific section with the orphanage is like in a room past that, so you guys make your way past and everything, or like if you pay your respects to the shrine or anything, you can.
I definitely do. I walk up to the shrine of Saint Terragnus and I leave an offering of a gold piece in the just at the base of the statue.
The priest thanks you for your donation. Second.
Look for other loose coins around the statue.
But yeah, so you
broke.
guys walk past. Wait, what'd you say?
I'm just saying I'm almost broke.
Yeah, I'm looking for other loose coins around the
I
statue.
have 3 gold pieces. That's all I got.
I pull out from one of the many pouches 4 pressed flowers of different colors and put it in the bowl. It's like, praise be to the 4 lords.
A couple of the acolytes that were like deep in prayer are you can see they're visibly reacting to your smell as they were like whispering to themselves like Saint Terragnus, but but yeah, so
I've stuffed cloth in my nostrils. I can't smell him anymore.
I'm hoping
it's not
that
as bad when you're out
like,
in the open air, but in an enclosed area like this, yeah, it's a little bit rough.
I'm hoping that like my pipe is masking some of the like stench.
You just smell like
it is a good mixture of like different types of herbs, so it does smell a lot like tea.
Okay, yeah. I think that it creates a little bit of a confusing sensory sensation for the smell, but yeah.
Best way I can mask it.
I saunter in and I am looking for Brother Edrin.
Yeah, you guys walk past. I'm trying to make sure my computer isn't tripping. You guys walk past the stone corridor and get to an area, very like large set of like halls and rooms specifically for the orphanage section of the church. And who is walking in the room first?
Yeah.
As you walk in the room, I'm gonna need a dexterity check as you see something is hurling towards your head.
Okay, I'm not good at these.
Uh-oh.
Your other specialty besides charisma.
Oh my god, brother.
I got a 1 total.
Yes.
You see a bowl of it's not piping hot, but porridge lands on your face, a bowl of it, kind of smearing your beard and stuff and get it on your shirt. As you see, it's just a pandemonium, like chaos of like kids running around and stuff. Like there's some kids that are like arguing over like toys and stuff. Like they like rip one of the dolls like arms off and stuff because they're trying to like tug of war for it and stuff. You see one man Let me put him on the map real quick.
He's wasting good food.
One man is trying to calm down this group of kids. There's like 3 separate things going on. There's one food fight, and you personally had an introduction to that, Brother Anton. There's kids arguing over toys, and then there's kids that are generally just like crying because, like, one of the kids made fun of them, that sort of deal. Brother Edrin is trying to like talk them all right, everyone calm down, everyone calm down. He's a fairly tall guy. He's around like 6'3". Decently, you can tell, like, decently well built. He has on these like purple embroidered robes that are very well kept, and he has a very nicely kept beard, kind of like a fiery like Irish type red hair, that sort of deal. Long wavy hair, and he is currently trying to corral this group of munchkins.
Immediately my inner soldier kicks in, and I take my spear out and I slam the bottom of it on the ground and I say, "Enough! Everyone lay down now!" And I just shout it out in the room as I'm wiping off the porridge from my face.
I am recording every moment of this. If you look in the Zoom chat, the picture that I sent, that is the entire inspiration for this character.
Actually, I don't say lie down, I say line up against the wall now!
They all immediately stop what they're doing and line up against the wall. Like one kid that had the has the empty bowl, like a spoon in his hand. Sorry, mister, as he goes and stands up against the wall.
I start giving a soldier drill to them all, and I start saying, "You, tuck your shirt in! Make yourself look presentable! Which one of you threw the porridge upon me?"
All the kids
I'm not trying to be super loud, sorry if it's incredibly loud.
No, you're all good. All the kids point towards one kid. He has you see he's a halfling child. He has a mohawk, and he's whistling as he's looking off to the side and stuff, and he points to the kid next to him.
I point to him and I say, "You, come here, boy."
I'm gonna talk to the rest of them about being snitches.
Right?
Yeah, he does give the stink eye to all the kids that pointed towards him as he slowly, timidly walks up to you, Brother Anton.
I kneel down to him and I point to my face. I point to him and I do the Kung Fu Hustle. I'm just doing sign language. I'm basically telling him don't ever do anything like that again, or you're gonna get it, basically. And I say, "Do you know what the Willow Man does to young children who do not eat their food, boy?"
Yes, sir. It's just I was just trying to have fun and stuff. I didn't know you were gonna walk in the room.
Wasting provisions is not fun, young man. Now, go and make your bed and lie in it. Think about what you have done. For all the young children in this room who now can starve because you have wasted your food upon my face. Think about it, and pray that Saint Taragnus brings you kind dreams, lest the Willow Man come through the window and take you in the middle of the night.
He nods profusely as he walks off. He looks extremely embarrassed as he looks at all the other kids. Some of the kids are snickering, laughing at him and stuff as he walks out of the room.
And then I look to the rest of them and I say, "At ease! Return to your playing. But know this, rough housing and rabble-rousing does not get you anywhere in life. Do I make myself clear?"
They all nod. They're very intimidated and don't want to displease you at all. So they go and do what you say.
And then I look to brother Brother Edrin and I say, "You have lost control of your children, brother. It will do you well to keep them in line. A stern talking to is needed every once in a while.
Have you ever thought about working at an orphanage?
Oh no, I cannot stomach the thought of controlling a bunch of children all day.
Sometimes I think the same. I thank you for helping. It's just I'm a little bit distracted. Things have my prayers have been bringing a little bit of an unsettling energy lately.
What do you mean by this?
It's just I swear I can. Every morning when I go to my prayers, I feel like I can sense fear on the other end. It might just be me. It's winter and summer, after all, so I guess I might be letting all the rumors that people are saying get to me.
What rumors?
Well, about there being a demon, supposedly with their sights on the fort. At least from what I've heard.
I am
demon
not
of frost.
Sure what the origin of this frost is, but we have actually come here to seek you, brother.
Your demons dabble in downing the temperature?
What'd you say, Colin?
I said, do demons dabble in downing the temperature?
Demons dabble in destabilization regardless of the method. I wouldn't say it's far-fetched. Who knows what horrors lie out there in the Shadowdark.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You said that you came to see me. Can I help you?
Yes, we are in need of your services. It is for a holy cause. I am not sure if you are aware, but we are looking to figure out the origin of this cold that has come. And we need your expertise to guide us to a place.
I can assure you that my days as a crawler were very long ago. I doubt that I have any knowledge that could be used for up to date. How do you mean?
And I look to my companions and I say, what was the place that we seek Brother Edrin's services for?
It was a Temple of Madeira. There's a caravan that's leaving. 30 people. They need protection.
And you all are guards of the fort? I don't remember seeing you.
We are crawlers, I suppose you could say, of some renown, as I look back to my compatriots.
Not much renown, and crawlers would be quite a leap, but we're what the city, or this force could gather to deal with this frost problem. You were selected, just like we were.
Yes, by Captain Knuckle.
Immediate. This is a very just to say, this is a person with like, among all like the really like gritty people and kind of like ill-tempered people of Fort Fairhollow, this guy was like a breath of fresh air. He's a very gentle person from what you can tell. He gets like an icy chill almost can be felt off of him as soon as you say Captain Knuckle. And
then I pull out a wanted poster for him.
Yeah, and then we go talk to the bards playing the loud music in the corner.
Another wanted
like,
poster.
hey,
change this one that you have.
Maybe double the silver.
Yeah.
Getting real poor.
Brother, I assure you that your safety is in our hands. I will die on my spear for you, in her name. It is for the greater good of this place, to save the lives of many. I can't lie or mince my words with you and say that it will be a completely safe journey, because it never is safe traveling out into the Shadowdark.
He said it.
He said
The Shadowdark.
The Shadowdark.
Feel shadows with
But-
the along the way.
We are folk who are experienced, and you said he was a retired crawler,
Yeah. The information that Captain Knuckle gave you, yeah.
and I kind of mentioned, and you yourself know, it is a fickle beast outside of these walls, but with this coming cold, I fear the ruination is coming for this fort as well, and I would not be able to rest knowing that the lives of the many are in danger. And I gesture to the children as they're now quietly playing, as I yelled at them all earlier.
Some of them more immediate danger than others.
Yeah.
Listen, friend. I know that there's some sort of bad blood between you and the captain. And it seems that that was the case with another member. Maybe you know him. What was his name
What's
again?
his face?
The dwarf.
It rhymes
Uh,
with God's hat.
Walt Ashhat Fisk.
Ashot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. He also seemed to be quite at odds with Captain Knuckle. But Brother Anton is right. This is above anything to do with them. You and your bad blood. It's simple as that. We only ask out of necessity.
He thinks for a moment as he trying to think. So he would ask you to go hand him a picture frame that's on the like on a nearby like shelf, that sort of deal. And you look at it, and you see a very well done drawing of like a beautiful woman, black hair. He looks at it contemplatively as he says that if I leave, who's going to... I'm just using that as an excuse. Captain Knuckle, I used to sorry, I'm a bit thrown off balance. Captain Knuckle, I used to be a crawler along with him. Along with him, that old drunk Ash hat, and my wife. I want you to understand that it's not that I don't care about the fort. I understand their priorities. It's just that he was a difficult person to deal with, but he was never evil, I can say. But one day we're out deep in the winter and he gets lost. We have a thing among us. We leave no man behind. So we search for him. My wife and another one of our members, they didn't... The cold bit them harder than others. Me and my wife were to have a child. We found out a couple of days prior. And not only was he still alive, He had joined a group of vagrants. Some offshoot Korath Scourge, something of the sort. Said he wanted to be with his people. I just have a hard time accepting working with someone like that, regardless of whether he's supposedly changed.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he will not be with us on this journey. I believe he's staying here to oversee the town.
He is coming with you guys as well. That's part of the thing. He needs 2 other people to help lead
I don't
the
say that
expedition.
then, I don't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh.
On second thought.
I do not think this is a matter of. Crap, I lost my train of thought. What was the last thing you said?
Basically, he explains that Captain Knuckle left during one of their expeditions. Like, it was deep winter. They went to go look for him. Both his wife and another one of their members died from frostbite. And they found out that not only was he alive, he had joined a small band of Korath Scourge bandits, essentially.
Gotcha.
Well, I give you my word that if he should turncoat again, I will assist you in putting him down by my own hand.
I cannot promise that anything has changed. All I know is that this is what we must do. There's too much going on. Look at the outside. They have to do something.
He looks at all the kids in the room, and kind of takes a deep breath. Fine. I can't say that it doesn't have a sour taste in my mouth, but
I would expect a very bitter taste. But look at their faces, and let their sweetness, let it soothe your tongue.
he nods. He has a look of determination on his face as he looks at all the kids.
You're not doing it for him. You're doing it for them. On this part.
All right. If you'll excuse me, everyone, I have to go think about some things.
Of course. We are leaving in the morning, so we hope to see you there.
That you will.
Do we have a direction that we'll be heading?
You will be heading east. The church is a couple days east.
Okay. It is by the east gates. So when you are ready tomorrow, see you there. As for these kids, you've heard Brother Anton. He's very scary, we know. Look at that face.
Yes,
His mother didn't love him.
He has a very stern look on his face.
I'll pull out a deck of cards and I'll just start doing some very minor magic tricks for the kids.
The old good cop, bad cop routine.
Yeah, the kids all think that you're like a wizard, and one of them asks you to shoot a fireball.
Asleep on the kids.
That would be perfect.
Do any of you just make them go to sleep? Do any of you have a spare staff that I could replace once we leave the church?
Sure, we could find a stick somewhere.
I can certainly whittle you one.
I would like to teach these children some responsibility. I think they need it. They're a bit reckless, without purpose in life.
Oh, if you're looking to just
no, that's
hit them a little bit, here you go. And I
No.
hand over my shillelagh.
I'm not
You can
looking
use-
to hit them. I'm not looking to hit
Obviously,
them.
use the lighter end. But it's the only way. You keep him in line.
Not the barbed end.
No, I'm trying to teach them discipline. In another way. Discipline and camaraderie. Fellowship is one of the strongest things mankind has. Keeps them together. Children without parents don't learn this very well, so I would like to give them something. I would like to quickly run to the market and buy a staff and return here as fast as possible.
I'm not gonna make you use up any of your gold and stuff. You can get a stick.
Okay. I buy a staff, like a walking staff, basically. So it's the size of an adult, but I come back with it and I find the boy that threw porridge in my face. And I
Just
say,
lean into him.
You kind of have to corner him because he sees you walk back in the room, and you see he immediately goes to try to walk towards like another group. Like he walks to the opposite end.
I do like a really sharp whistle through my fingers, and I point to him, and I do one of these, like a principal.
He points to another kid. Oh, I think he's talking to you.
And I say, "No, you come here."
Oh man! As he walks up, he is looking at the staff that you have the entire time as you.
I say, I get down on one knee and I say, "Young man, when I was maybe a 10-day older than you, I joined the corps. I don't know what to call it in medieval times. I joined the military.
Militia.
The militia. And it taught me a lot of things. Every group of soldiers has a leader, one that keeps their peers in line. And your recklessness today showed me that you have a lot of learning to do." Hold on one second, I don't want to say his name wrong. "Brother Edrin is not going to be here much longer. And these
Is he gonna
kids-
die?
I won't lie to you, he very well may. But you know what will determine that?
On the shoulder.
Your attitude." And I get I'm like looking him stark in the eyes with my cold blue eyes. And I say, "Your attitude will determine it. And your prayers, should they not stay firm, Brother Edwin very well may die. So I hand you this." And I give him the staff. And I say, "This makes you leader of this troop. You will keep these kids in line, as you will yourself. And you will make sure you all pray every night and morning as you wake and before you sleep in her name. And that will keep us safe on our journey. You will not throw porridge, pull each other's hair, fight with each other. You will protect one another from the horrors of the Shadowdark." I look at the camera. "Do you understand what I'm telling you?" As I put my hand firmly on his shoulder.
Yes, sir.
"You will not abuse this power. Abuse of power is punishable by hanging.
He looks.
And I will
mortified.
know. This staff is magical. I will be able to listen to you through it. Now, go and tell your friends, shape them up, and keep yourself in line as well."
This is just
With my 5 charisma, that's about as nice as I can get.
Well, I don't generally treat I don't usually require charisma checks unless the person really needs convincing on something. But if you say something logical enough, generally I'll just let it go by. He
The child's name
looks.
again.
Yeah, you've kind of lit a fire under him, both out of fear and also he's worried as he nods profusely and he talks to the other kids as he's like, "Guys, we gotta pray or Brother Edrin's gonna die." And they all like like brother Edrin's gonna die, and then like a couple of them run up and like hug brother Edrin, and he's like, I'm not going to die.
I I do tell him one last thing, and I say your spear, or I say your staff does not yet have a tip on the end of it, and I show him my spear, and I say, but when you have proven yourself worthy of a leader, that is when you have ranked up enough to gain a true spear. Now mark it with something of yours, personalize it, own it, and I show him like I have like a little band of like we'll say like I don't know, like I torn off some sort of like cloth, and I have like a cloth strip that like kind of just hangs off of it, and it like kind of like flows in the wind a bit. It's like the colors of Saint Taragnus or something.
Mm.
And I'm basically like teaching him how to be a good boy, basically.
Yeah.
What was the child's name again? Or did we get that?
Yes, Jonathan. What is his name?
Halfling McMohawk.
His name is
Yeah, Mohawk.
his name is Wilbur.
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 Now, before you go, Wilbur, you've been. Would you say that this is a squire of yours now, Brother Anton?
Yes, he will be Squire Wilbur, the leader of this troop. The youth of Saint Taragnus, I see them. Fine young warriors they will be one day.
Indeed.
Wilbur speaks. I'm a warrior, and he stands up really straight. It looks like he's taken this assignment that you give him very seriously.
I bunt him with the back of my spear so he like straightens up properly, like a soldier.
Attaboy, Wilbur. I will put your name first in my record of this day. You and the other youth shall each get your name in my book, and you will be remembered for all of history, as long as this book survives.
Can you write my name at the top of the list?
Absolutely. You are Squire Wilbur, are you not?
He looks very proud of himself as he nods and goes off, and like he like scolds one of the kids who isn't like cleaning up their stuff properly and stuff. You guys have to take this seriously. At ease. He doesn't know how to use the military commands right yet, but he's trying.
I'll get the names of each of them and write them in the book, kind of boosting their morale as well.
And then
they have been shaped up to be the complete opposite from how they were when you guys walked in. They're very much trying to shape themselves up.
Is the best use of the soldier background that I could possibly come up with.
Right?
Brother
Anton and I do the Kronk and Yzma.
Yeah. And I put my hand on Edrin's shoulder before we leave, and I say, Aish and I, brother, we shall see you in the morning.
I'll say all you guys can get a luck token for your RP so far. I'd like to how you guys' relations have been, people. So is anybody going anywhere or doing anything particular for the rest of the evening? Because you basically just have the rest of the evening to yourselves after you get this. Like you report back to Captain Knuckle. I imagine that they'll be coming along. He looks very... You see a part of him look shocked that you guys got them to agree to it and stuff. And it almost like he like resigned himself to believing the worst. But I will say that I don't know what you guys' characters individually think about Captain Knuckle based off of what you heard, because the only thing that you knew is that he was like a crawler before and stuff, and now he's a very straight-laced guard. And like when I say straight-laced, I mean like he's similar to Brother Anton in the fact that very like militaristic, doesn't drink, doesn't get into any sort of stuff. He just spends all of his time making sure everything's orderly and running at the fort. He's also kind of like known as the drill sergeant, that sort of deal, because he makes sure his guards are at tip top shape. They clean their weapons and stuff. So, but you see that he looks genuinely very apologetic, like with the tone that you get. Kind of like you put some dots together from earlier, the way how he seemed super uncomfortable when he was talking about them. It's almost like he can't face them.
I would say Brother Anton is definitely weary hearing that he joined the Karath Scourge at one point. He's definitely very weary about that.
Owen is he he's gathered the stories of many people, and he knows that there's probably more to this story than what has been told so far. He disappeared and then was found with those people. There had to have been some more events that occurred that led to something like that. So he's just kind of keeping an open mind for the time being.
I think Relthar is curious to know how he survived in the wilderness, survived with the Korgath, who's probably heard as pretty bad people, and then made it back to this fort and was taken under the wing. The Lord here. Yeah. Curiosity.
Mm-hmm. Bendal, what do you think that he thinks about Captain Knuckle, just based off the stuff heard so far?
Oh, I think he would think that he's a downright cunt. But that happened a long time in the past. And people do sometimes change. He'd be wary as well.
Definitely understandable. The Korath Scourge are a very well-known band of marauders and just psychotic madmen. Even among like other vagrants and bandits, Korath Scourge is something else.
It is said that they are the ones that caused the ruination with their magic.
Yeah, basically the reputation you hear about like Korath Scourge is that where they go, corruption follows, that sort of deal. So that definitely is notable, at least to give some reference for why both of the people you recruited were very apprehensive.
Yeah, and Findle definitely took note of that story and how it may come into conflict with Anton. So there's that too.
All right,
Use
well,
PvP in the future.
you guys go through the rest of your evening unless you're doing anything specific.
The only thing that I'd like to do is just go and kind of get some better winter gear in that sense. Here, try to find like a poncho that's warm and maybe made from like a leather or something. Just the like snow melting and just.
You see a guy with a very well-kept mustache, kind of like a stately sort of look. He calls you over. Ah, it appears you're looking for wares.
Yes.
I happen to have, like, he sold you ponchos is one of them, but like a collection of various wares and clothing that he has. He pulls out the poncho since you're asking for one specifically. He's like, this one is woven. This one is woven from the sprinkled scales of a dragon.
Dragon.
It not only will provide you warmth, but more protection than any armor that you can think of.
How much?
Oh, nothing insane. Just about 8 gold pieces.
That's a steal.
Maybe an intelligence check.
It's definitely dragon, I swear.
It must be. Dragon scales.
The dragon
Secretly
poncho.
a cultist, and he's actually.
It is a decently nice looking poncho, I will say. It's like it has like this dark crimson sort of color, like dark crimson weave with some like silverish sort of like patterns at the end of it, like floral sort of patterns.
7.
A 7?
Yeah.
You know, it seems like it's a pretty good deal from what he's saying. He's just like, you're not going to get this sort of deal anywhere else. You're not going to get this poncho from anywhere else.
Not even from that guy over there that says ponchos galore.
He doesn't know anything about ponchos. He
But it
knows
says
nothing.
Poncho's galore.
He is less than human.
And it's right next to Poncho's or us.
The other person, the guy yells over when he hears that this guy is like trash talking him and stuff. You sell nothing but shite. You shut your mouth. They start going back and forth. But anyways, 10 gold pieces and it's all yours.
It was 8 before.
Oh, the wind must be blowing in your ears, friend.
No.
How about this? Okay, we'll settle. This is luxury cloak, obviously. Why don't we settle for 8 gold pieces?
6.
7.
6.5.
How do you? What do you cut it in half? What?
6 and 5 silver pieces.
He kind of grumbles and accepts the deal.
Damn straight.
I'll give you you're gonna have like a +1 to charisma checks because you're stylish, Poncho.
Hey!
That definitely isn't a ripoff.
Wow.
I appreciate it, man.
100% authentic dragon scale. Put for the item on your sheet. Put dragon scale in quotations.
Oh man, you robbed me of my lie to being like, you bought a cloak of fool's scale.
I mean, you do still see him walk up with this cloak on. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's made of lizard butts.
What?
Dyed white.
He told me it was
It's
made.
white.
That is ridiculous. He told me it was made from dragon. I can't believe it.
Oh, do you think someone here's actually seen a dragon, let alone killed it? Oh, you stay away from those beasts. Or if you are seen, then you're dead.
I've only heard about those in tales.
At least, the stitching is pretty well with it. So, you may have bought some fool's scale, but it actually looks alright.
Yeah, Colin. If you go back to complain at all, you see that the stand has been taken down. He's nowhere to be found.
That's awesome. You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I can think of some. Well, I'm broke, so you know what? I'm just gonna pray to Saint Agnes.
Pray for some money.
I just pray to her. Brother Anton prays that the path that he is walking is just, and he is hopeful that he will not lead Brother Edrin astray and to his death. He prays to Saint Agnes and he assures her that he will throw his life down to protect the others that are with him in her name.
You almost can swear, like in your subconscious, you get this reassuring emotion. Sense of relief washes over you at that. Specifically making it like being worried about whether you're taking the right path. But yeah, the night goes by and you all meet back up at the guardhouse in the morning at just before daybreak. You see there's everybody is pretty much...
Before that happens. Before that happens, midnight comes around, and I am probably lying in bed, but I'll have the covers off, and I will have opened the window of my room just slightly, and slowly my form will start to shift and change, and I will shrink, and I will become a dove, and I will fly out through the window. And for the next hour, I think it was.
Yeah.
Carry that again. Yeah, the next hour, I am a little dove. I don't know if I have like consciousness still, or if I,
Yeah, you still have your
Just an
mental
animal.
stats. So to explain to the people listening, this each character, with the exception of Brother Anton, has a certain magic item, and each magic item has, what some might call a curse with each of them, along with their benefits. And Chronicler Calwin specifically has this wand. I won't make you go off into like a whole 15-minute explanation of what it does and what it looks like if you don't want to. But yeah, the curse is that he turns into a dove at midnight every night. He turns into a dove for 1 hour. You still have your mental stats, but it's a very
Cool.
perilous time.
That's fair. I would like to actually fly out of the fort and just kind of scout the eastern direction that we're going to be moving. Just kind of fly above the tree line and probably fly for about 30 minutes in that direction, and then I'll turn back.
You have to kind of dodge. I won't make you make rolls for it, but there are certain areas where it might be some rolls needed to avoid certain wildlife. You see, there's bigger birds that fly around, and they kind of try to zero in on you, but you're able to navigate out the way as long as you don't travel too far out from the fort and stuff. But yeah, I will say you do feel a very there is a chill and a strong amount of wind coming from the south. Your bird senses at the time kind of notice that it is a disproportionate amount. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
And as you're flying back to your location where you were bunking for the night, you notice that I'll probably say also the rest of you might have noticed if you've been out at midnight at any point within the past couple nights in Fort Fairhollow, a couple of the household pets or animals that are around, for some reason they appear transfixed looking directly south for some reason. A couple you might see a dog that is just staring off to in the southern direction with its hair standing up on the back of its neck. The animals seem generally very restless for some reason. It's just a strange coincidence you notice, Calwin. Just all these animals for some reason are looking in the same direction.
Southwards?
Yeah, it would be backwards, I guess, but it would be towards the south.
Yeah.
Yeah. But alrighty, so you guys get to the guardhouse. Like I was saying, everybody's lined up and stuff. And you get your explanation real quick. I know it is getting late, so I'll try to speed up to where we're at and stuff. So Captain Knuckle is going to explain that since it's 30 of you, well, I'll just probably say it in character. There are 30 troops in total, with all of you, of course. We will be traveling in three separate groups. 3 separate groups of 10. The reason for this is to protect supplies. Having all of the supplies in one area is just asking for no, he wouldn't say that. He'd be like, having all the supplies in one area is just having a target on your back walking through somewhere as dark as the Shadowdark. So we'll spread them out between 3 supply carts for each group. Each group will be guarding one of these supply carts. And among your group of 10, 5 of you will be assigned as scouts. Each supply cart will travel. It's easier to explain out of character. So he basically explains that there's going to be 3 separate supply carts, like he was saying, and 10 people are assigned to each supply cart. 5 of them will be scouts, so it's just half of each group. And the scouts essentially have the job of traveling to each of the nearby supply carts, as they'll be close enough to be able to convene at the end of the day, but far enough that if something happens, there's not an immediate threat to the nearby next supply cart. That's just, he explains that if things are really bad, then just cut your losses and leave the cart. But the whole point behind the scouts is to make sure that nothing dangerous is in the area that the supply carts are going to, and to maintain contact with the other groups. So it's like you go to one group, go to the other group, come back, and wait for word from another one, and it's just a constant rotation. If you don't hear from a specific group for a while, go out and search for them. But once again, don't kill yourself over it.
Yeah,
He will
so
probably urge you though that you'll need all the men you can get. So if you can, depending on the situation, then help him out where if possible. And I will go ahead and move.
Hey, I recognize this map.
And is the lighting working for you guys on this one? I want to make sure that's actually dark.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me get something a little bit more fitting from the music. All right. Make sure it's not too loud. All right, so you guys make your way. It is a fairly cloudy day today. Let me make sure I see the rolls for what I got for the weather. Yep, fairly cloudy day today. It's a little bit of a somber gray sky. You guys, there's a couple people that are like wish you luck and stuff, especially some of the guards. They wish you luck on this expedition. A couple of the villagers though have this disgruntled look on their face, a little bit hopeless. So what would usually be kind of like a hero's exit, so to speak, where people are giving you well wishes, is just met with a lot of like skepticism and a little bit of like a downtrodden sort of demeanor as this gray sky hangs over you. I just realized that I didn't drop a token for. Let me see. Nope, not that big. Hold up. Just gonna use this button token for.
Yeah, there's like a tiny torch that's on Fairhollow, but
Yeah, I just do that for the light because that's how.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
each token has like a certain lighting thing from it, so I just have it on there for that. I'll try to get a more fitting one that doesn't like clash as heavily with the map by next session, but I just wanted to run with that for now.
Totally suffices.
Yeah, so you guys are heading east, so it's basically just like, do y'all care about like northeast, southeast for your first hex?
I mean, I assume we're kind of following Fist's lead.
Yeah,
So-
you guys are. I'm kind of like jumbling stuff together a little bit too much. You guys are a part of the scout team, so you're kind of working in tandem with whatchamacallit. You're working in tandem with Captain Knuckles, since Captain Knuckles is the captain that's going to be leading you guys a specific supply cart. So you're just coordinating with him, making sure that everything's good for one direction. So it's like he takes your recommendation based off of what you've been gathering on scouting and stuff. I'll say there's not really any sort of like major difference. It's you're in like a grassland sort of area. It's still pretty muddy and like cold and stuff, but nothing too extreme.
as we exit, and we get a little ways out from the gate, I would gesture to the rest of the party to come with me as I approach Captain Knuckle. And I would say, Captain
Knuckle.
Captain Knuckles, yeah.
Knuckles.
Captain Sir, if I might have a moment, I have some news to relay to you.
Go on.
Last night, a little bird told me that we might find some danger to our south. Seems that a lot of the creatures in the fort seem to all be facing that direction last night. it appears that the wind is coming from there. The cold wind is coming from the south. I don't know if that will change, how we operate here, but I would recommend that we keep our eyes to the sky in the southern portions.
He nods and thanks you for the recommendation. He explains that he's noticed the various beast or household pets that are inside of the fort have been increasingly anxious. He also kind of complains about there being a major increase in small animals for whatever weird reason. I'm not really aware of. You know that as a reference to the musk race, but he's not up in the tavern, so he doesn't know that. But yeah, no. He thanks you for that.
Close.
All right, so nobody really cares, just south and north.
Right.
Well, I guess it would be north. Calvin would recommend.
We can go north-south.
Just realized I did not give the token dynamic lighting. 1 second.
Well, I forget, are we trying to find a church or the temple?
Yeah, I'm gonna have everything more officially set up by next session in terms of like where specifically on this map. But this is mainly just like a theater of the mind guide, that sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But you have one more hex for the day. It's 2 hexes a day. So to the north is a dense forest land, and to the south is more of a hilly region, that sort of deal.
And nobody knows where this church is.
It's to the east.
But
A couple days east travel.
Specifically where.
Oh, I see. So the hex. Gotcha.
We're searching for it, I believe.
Yeah, I gotta like set everything up more officially on the map. But yeah, he knows where it is. It's a church to the east.
Yeah, I just wasn't thinking about the fact that there was like 2 hexes stacked on top of each other, so it's south, north. I understand now. I was on
I was joking.
screen.
Yeah, let's go to the south.
Let's go to the hills, because I feel like it's easier to hide from stuff there.
I think it depends, though. Are we like protecting a wagon train?
Yeah, basically, it's like a cart. There's a supply cart. There's 3 of them specifically, and there's horses on. There's horses. They're like pulling them and stuff, and like Captain Knuckle is specifically steering the horse and stuff.
Yeah, I guess hills are better than thick forest as far as like getting the wagons there. So let's do it.
Yeah, there are definitely some roads set up. As you see, there's like it's not a full marsh, but it's very it's getting a little bit swampy since there's like pools of water and stuff that are forming like small ponds and stuff as you guys are traveling through.
Like in the hills?
In like this hilly region, yeah.
Okay.
That was we have to rest now, right? Or can we move one more?
Yeah, this is your last hex of the day. But something of
Part of the
note.
scouting team, right?
Yeah.
All of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get your contacts and communications. I don't want to like make it seem like I'm rushing stuff. I don't want to. I know it's getting later, so I don't want to like.
No,
you're
totally fine. Totally fine.
For like 3 more hours instead.
No, I was just thinking. He is not the most strong, and he would be struggling hardcore, staying at the faster pace ahead. And eventually he's like, why'd they put me on this? Why couldn't I just ride in the wagon? My hands, that's what does the work, not my legs.
This actually does remind me. Do you think any of you guys are proficient in horseback riding? Like, would your characters be good at, or have any experience with riding horses?
Probably have experience with like like handling them, but like in a military sense. So like I was like a foot soldier, not like a cavalryman.
Only in a basic sense. But he would be able to ride, but he wouldn't. He's not like a proficient, speedy rider kind of person. Just imagine that kind of most people would have a basic understanding of riding horses.
We do have a druid.
Yeah, Findle would be probably good with the animals, and riding them would be like fair enough, but it's not like he's going to be doing any like trick riding or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'll say on your travels. Well, first everybody roll me a little like animal handling check. I'll probably let Brother Anton roll with advantage since that makes sense for your like military sort of background that you would have gone that. This is just to see your horse's demeanor for if something pops off, how likely is the horse to actually stay around or not like freak out. This is just to see how well mannered the horse is.
This is animal handling. What would that
Maybe
be?
like wisdom. I keep forgetting I have like a 5e brain with stuff.
It's all good.
17.
Hey, didn't roll both of them.
What's the disadvantage?
That would just be 2d20.
But I know there's a code for disadvantage.
Yeah, there's also like buttons. If you go to your character sheet, there's like normal, advantage, disadvantage that you can like check.
Yeah,
and I think that just out of
disadvantage?
curiosity, I'm gonna just roll something in advance.
Yeah, I know this is you guys' first time using Roll20, so I didn't want to like try to complicate things too much.
Yeah, a 4 and a 13. So yeah, basically what you do is you go to the character sheet, you select advantage, disadvantage, or normal, and then you can go hover over one of your abilities and just click it, and it will roll it like you see in the chat.
Well, I'll make an actual like character sheet for him because I don't think I don't think
There's a code for disadvantage. I just
Oh, you guys don't have character sheets in it. Okay, never mind.
I do not know. I don't. I just rolled that. I got a 14 for mine.
Did you want me to make you a character sheet, Rothar, or did you want because you could just do /roll 2d20 for the disadvantage.
Wow, you got a net.
that's not bad. I got
Damn!
16.
Nice.
16.
Good job, Relthar.
So what were the rolls across the board?
I got a 14.
14.
You can type in a code for disadvantage.
I got a 16.
16, and then what did Cowan get?
17.
17? Okay, yeah, so you guys as horses are generally well demeanored. You connect with them pretty well. Throughout the course of riding throughout the day, you're making contacts with the other groups and stuff. Nothing's out of the ordinary. And you build a little bit of a
AL1. That's
not a rapport, but a working relationship with these horses.
Mm-hmm.
You make your last contact of the day before you guys get ready to convene, and you're going to go tell Captain Knuckle where the meetup spot is for the other two, where Brother Edric and Ash Hat are going to convene and stuff. On your way, I'll say whoever's riding in the front, you hear like a woman's like distressed voice.
Who would be in the front?
Hello.
I am wise, but I'm not like incredibly wise. I have a 12 wisdom, so
Yeah, it wouldn't be a roll. It's just like whoever probably has like the highest wisdom would be like the first to hear it, I guess. But either way, you hear a woman like screaming for help, and as you notice that, you see a woman like run. She like exits this like this line of like like from like tightly placed trees, and she's breathing heavily as she falls to the ground, and she appears to have like tears rolling down her face. She says, "Oh, thank the gods! Please, you have to help my husband. We were making our way. Goblins attacked our village, you see, and we just ran. We just picked a direction and ran. We were trying to find the nearest settlement. A couple of them followed us, and she like started like like break up in like her sentences and everything. She's like, "My dear, he let them away from me. I can't leave him alone."
Why are you out here?
Well, we've been living at a small camp for a while. It seems safe. It's near the mountains near here. You see, we thought that this hilly region might be best for finding some cover.
I cast detect thoughts.
Go ahead and roll that little casting check.
Yeah, you do.
All right, +3. Yeah, there we go.
22.
Focus on her brain hole.
As she's explaining, like, she just is like giving like these details for her camp and everything. Like, there was about like 12 people that were staying there, and they had a couple people that were acting as hunters and stuff, and like kind of like pseudo guards. As she's saying this, Rothar, you get nothing in her mind except for like whoever's like closest that she's looking at. I'll say like Findal is like the closest person and everything. She's looking at Findal explaining this, and she's not thinking about anything except for his blood in her hands. Like, you just get these like flashing thoughts of like she's thinking about which like all the things that she wants to do to him, which includes like like tearing into his flesh and everything, and like eating his heart and shit.
And not in a sexy way, but in like a vampire way.
Not kinky.
But yeah, she's just like, I don't know what happened. One minute I was helping chop the wood, and some goblins broke the tree line, and I didn't know what to do.
I look at Brother Anton and give him the old like.
Does Findle kind of catch that?
Yeah,
as well.
I think we've traveled enough and we're experienced enough to know that I'm like, yeah, this one's a problem.
I would have pulled my crossbow out from like a sling on the horse's saddle. I was looking for the tree line to see if goblins were coming, but then seeing you, I'd be like, oh.
And Findle is going to cast Detect Magic. Successfully.
Holy hell, +5.
She sees all of you casting, but you don't detect any magic.
Okay.
Actually, wait, let me think. So
polymorph maybe.
I think that you detect a hint of it's not polymorph. I think you detect a hint of necromancy.
Gotcha. Here, I'll read you the spell just in case. You can sense the presence of magic within near range for the spell's duration. If you focus for 2 rounds, you discern its general properties. Full barriers block the spell.
Yeah, that's why I was giving you that hint that you get a touch of necromancy from, like, it's not like zombie levels of necromancy, I'll say. It's like it's similar, but it's strange. It almost feels like older than you than something I think you've encountered.
I carefully word to the others, like basically to everyone. The smell of death is upon you, lass. Could be your husband, but you'd probably do your best to stay there for a moment as we check you.
I draw my spear and
Is everything all right?
It should be. Everything will be fine. Yeah, if I can get away with it, I'll try to go for a second round to try to figure out anything more.
I would probably say you get more of that vibe of very old necromantic magic. Like, it's something that was it's almost like it's not like an active she's not like a thrall or anything like that where she's actively being controlled by necromantic magic. It seemed like something happened necromancy magic wise a long time ago.
I look at Brother Anton and just
She
like
walks up to like nearest person, like Brothar was questioning. She
give it.
walks up to your horse, and
I
she's
point my spear at her and I say,
Wait.
"Hold on a moment. Stay there, ma'am."
I back up the horse, being like, "There's something about you must stay back
Brother
for
Anton.
your safety as well as ours. And if I can get away with it, I'm going to cast bark skin on myself."
you start. She looked like she was like very quizzical as you guys started casting spells. You know, you're drawing your weapons and everything. But then, as soon as you start to go cast another spell, you see, it's almost like frightening how quick. It's like watching an actor go from like losing their shit in the scene to just being a regular person as the scene ends. All of this like fake emotion, like she had genuine tears, or like what looked like genuine tears falling down her face, and she was like frantic and stuff. She just goes straight-faced, alienly so, as you guys almost hear like a low rumble as her body starts to like gyrate a little bit.
As she's doing that, I tell the others, she's a type of undead, quite old, powerful, and I cast bark skin on myself.
Well, we're gonna be rolling initiative real quick. So yeah, you go ahead and cast the bark skin on yourself. As you're casting bark skin, let me just get you guys. I'll just copy you guys as tokens from the Fort Fairhollow map.
Let me roll initiative on here. Or are you doing it how I do it?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing it to explain to people listening as well. Usually what we do for Shadowdark, me and the others have played Shadowdark for quite a bit. We usually do it so where it's what is it, Brother Anton? A D6 at the start of the round?
A D6 from each team, and then the winner goes first, the loser goes second, and then you re-roll at the end of the turn to see who goes again.
I think Brother Anton should do it.
Oh boy, I get to screw the party over now.
Hey, it is your turn.
Roll like you're the DM.
Oh yes, it's my turn. Let's see if my good luck rolling. Okay, I got a 3.
Good middle of the road.
I had dismounted my horse, so I'm closest to her. So if we fail, I'm gonna get attacked first. I have a feeling.
14, 12, and Fendal, what is your... I think I'm definitely missing a token.
I'm on there.
Did Rothar have a...
You have Fendal's.
I didn't...
You don't have Rolthar, yeah.
I could have sworn that I had Rothar's token in here. There we go.
Oh, what?
I gotta make it available for you to use. 1 second.
Whoa.
Well,
so
that's crazy.
Red's hit points and green is armor class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our armor degrades in this campaign. That's why it's out of... No.
There we go. And you should be able to edit it, Rothar.
Every time we get hit, it takes that much off of our armor's HP. God, that would be terrible.
That would be so much to keep track.
Unless it just absorbed damage, then it wouldn't be terrible.
Alright.
Oh my god, are we about to enter combat?
Dun dun dun!
Really
And probably after this combat, I'll need to go to sleep. My wife is like, "Are you done yet?"
I know it's getting later.
Cool. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Surely we'll win it pretty easily. I think we'll be okay.
Surely. Sleep an hour ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Just make
You
sure
became Kermit Schlong.
Is that your favorite?
Kermit D. Schlong.
Also, I just want to say, I'll cut this part out, but I'll have this solved by the next time we run the next session of this. But for some reason, my earbuds are just like super quiet, so I don't ever like if it ever seems like I'm ignoring somebody, I just didn't hear you. Like it's very faint on my end.
No, you're totally good.
I'll be right back.
I feel like I've talked over a couple people.
Where's she at? Where's her token?
She's
I will be adding them.
GM. old game master.
So as initiative starts, you guys get ready. There's almost this palpable tension in the air as her face goes blank, and as her body starts to like vibrate in place. You know, like the sound like the Grudge makes from like those Japanese horror movies, where it's like just like like that sort of thing. That starts to like lowly rumble from her voice until it becomes like a loud thing where she's almost screaming it. And as it gets to like a screaming sort of like tone pitch, that sort of deal, you see with like a sudden jerking motion, her head flies up from her body. There's let me make sure I put that on the screen.
Oh,
there's a like
God.
loud popping sound as flesh tears from her body. Like the top part of like the skin of her shoulders completely tears off, to where it's just revealed muscle on the body. Her head separates, and connected to it, hanging from her exposed spine, is her like all of her intestines, like still like a still beating heart, still pulsating lungs that all drip with blood. And there's like loose bits of skin hanging off as the main body droops to the ground and looking as if it got like cleaved in two, like down the middle type thing. So yeah, this floating head is gonna start. Let me go ahead and roll a d6.
What in the hells is that?
The one. So you guys go first.
We win!
Whoa!
She lets out a bestial sort of roar at all of you.
Oh boy, I'm
Let
the
me call on
closest.
I'll call on the sweet
You call her
powers
name?
of my divine patron, and I will cast protection from hot vampire woman on Anton, I guess. Protection
Yay!
from evil. Don't yay until I make the roll.
While he does that, I would like to do one thing before you go, Anton.
Oh, yeah.
From under my
Just made it.
poncho, in classic Halo Reach style, pull the wand out, like they have the knives, and I will aim it at the lady, and I will cast Hold Person.
Yes.
Is she a person?
Tag team.
Yeah, we will see.
That is a +4.
Does that have
to
a
that.
requirement for humanoid specifically? Because I'm fine with it if it's I just don't know. Is it like a hold monster in this system? There's like a difference for that?
I don't. Is there a hold monster?
Oh no, she was a lady, or she was a
So-
person last time I checked. So
I don't know.
don't
I don't know if
know
you were there
if,
when I described it. Is she,
Hold
her-
monster is a spell. It's a tier 5 spell. You paralyze one creature. Hold person is you magically paralyze one humanoid creature of level 4 or less.
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
So
okay,
that's up to you to determine
I think
what
I'll let it
humanoid
go, because
means.
otherwise a tier 5 spell is kind of insane to say that you have to wait until then to do that. Yeah, so what does that require?
it was a. Is Hold Person on tier 2?
Tier 2, so it's DC
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, I got a +4, so 13. So yeah, it's
13, so it just
Paralyzed.
paralyzed for the duration?
It's a focus, so yeah.
It's his focus. Okay, cool.
You'll have to re-roll each time, each round.
Each turn.
Okay.
But you can still
Yeah.
cast other spells. It's just if you cast another focus spell, then you automatically lose focus on the first one.
Right, concentration.
Basically,
Yeah.
concentration.
But harder because you have to concentrate each turn.
Alright,
So now that my friends have
Yeah.
anointed me with holy magic, I'm going to pull my holy symbol out of Saint Taragnus, and I'm going to hold it up to the sky and try to conjure down a bolt of holy lightning and cast smite upon this bitch. Let's see. Let's see.
Come on, cleric face.
Oh, that
No.
sucks. It does
you have
not.
a luck token.
I do have a luck token. I'm gonna use it.
Attaboy.
Fuck it.
Oh, nat 20!
Nat 20.
Ooh.
I'm going to definitely deal double the damage. /R 2d6. Oh, that sucks. 4 damage.
Meh.
I cast smite on her, and this bolt of holy lightning strikes down into her lungs as she's held there magically. And then I like ready my spear, like just pointing it in her direction, standing in front of my allies, trying to be like up front. That is my turn.
Yeah, it's just this. Sorry, go ahead.
Bindle. Oh wait, if you're gonna like explain like what happened, go for it.
No, I can explain afterwards if you were doing a thing.
Findle then is going to back up further, like he's getting ready for a charge. I'll just kind of back up a little bit more, and he is going to cast Instill. New spells.
Still, thought my PC crashed for a second.
So he turns his shillelagh into a +1 weapon that deals a d6 damage.
Nice.
And he's getting ready. He's kind of like wheeling the horse around, getting ready to charge to drop, like basically ride by and clubber.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Where's the call lightning? That you're a druid. Wild shape. Wild
Right?
shape.
That would be nice. I don't have that.
Wait, actually, roll 2 more d6s now I think about it, because there would be they're paralyzed. So the way I have it a little like token, or not a token, but a specific section that you guys can see for conditions. The way I like revised them for Shadowdark, just because I like it. Like if you guys got paralyzed, I made it so basically it's not you don't have a turn. It's just you're going through it. Like you have a severe amount of limitations going on. So any attack that hits a creature within, well, not 5 feet in this system, it would be close, but that would be a critical hit because they're paralyzed. So roll me 2 more d6s, Brother Anton.
Okay. I crit. It normally only does 1d6, but I crit, so it dealt 2.
Oh yeah, you did
so
already
I'm gonna
critical
do-
hit. Now I think about. Okay, all right, never mind.
Damn,
I don't know if there's like a thing. I don't know if double critting is a thing.
The teacher's got. You just talk yourself out of 2 more dice.
I'm an honorable sort.
I respect it. So this is just
It's
a
the
play
DM's
test.
code.
Now what happens as all of our stuff resolves on her at the same time?
Yeah, so as you strike into this floating head with with entrails hanging from it, you slash into it like one of the exposed lungs, and this like you said, this divine sort of lightning strikes into it. You hear this blood curdling shriek. It's almost like inhuman. You know the scream that the one of the assimilated made in the thing, where it was just this like droning sort of scream. It almost makes your ears kind of sting a little bit as she's like struck with this divine energy. She lets out this scream.
I can't stop. What is this?
It's just this constant sound of like the grudge, where it's just
conjuration of the Korath Scourge. It must be purged.
it's like violently shaking its head in the air as it can't move for some reason. It's so on its turn, it's going to have to make well, for hold person specifically, I think it would be that it's paralyzed no matter what for the entire duration, because
Pretty
ordinarily
much.
It is paralyzed until he drops focus.
Correct.
this is a good play test for for the way I want to run stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so its attack rolls have disadvantage, and it already had disadvantage. It's going to try to bite Brother Anton.
Uh-oh. My spear is up. My god is with me.
Like these like jerky sort of movements as it tries to lunge out at you. So let me see, that's 4d20. That's with disadvantage.
Does 4d20 damage on hit.
No, definitely not 4d20 damage. It's just the lowest of these, the 2 lowest of these rolls. So, does an 11 hit you? I know a 6 doesn't.
11 does not. My AC is 13.
Okay. Yeah, it's this. What does the hold person spell look like for you, Cowan, as well?
Sorry,
What is who casted hold person? I just want to make sure I get that right.
I did.
Yeah.
It's this the wand that allows me to cast that. So, yeah.
What does it look like visually coming from you?
I would think it would look like points and some glowing manacles would reach up and clamp down like onto her. Well, she doesn't have arms or legs, does she?
No, it's a floating head with, if you can see in the art, it's a floating female head, a
Sure.
severed head with organs, entrails still attached to it.
So it would clamp around the organs and like maybe one around the head, and
Mhm.
you just see spectral chains just like um, uh, veered into the ground, just holding her in place.
She's writhing against these restraints as she lunges out to try to bite at Brother Anton. But Brother Anton, you're able to duck out of the way, and just before it looks like the second one is about to connect with like your neck, those glowing chains glow even brighter for a second as she hisses, and there's like a little bit of like a burning sort of steam coming from her skin. So that is going to be another D6 at the top of this round.
Yes. Oh, who wants to go? Or do you want me to do it again?
It's all you. DM on DM.
Alright. Uh-oh.
Mutuals.
Reroll.
You want to do mutual?
I got a 5.
Nice.
Oh!
Oh my!
You get the 6.
No.
So I think, do you have to roll to maintain focus? Well, that'll be on your turn. You have to roll
On
to
his
maintain
turn,
focus.
yep.
Yeah. I think she's gonna try to do it again. I don't think she definitely can't move.
Yeah, it just says that she's paralyzed. I'm
It's
not
up
sure.
to you
what
to
that
decide
means.
what paralyzed means, I guess.
Yeah. I codified it just so I could have something to look at while I'm like thinking about stuff. But yeah, they would definitely not be able to move. That wouldn't make any sense for paralyzed.
I would
So
treat it like slowed, maybe. You know.
yeah, that's why I made it disadvantage on pretty much anything that
Oh, that
a paralyzed
works.
creature tries to do is pretty much. It's going to be another 2 attacks with disadvantage against Brother Anton.
God.
He's the only one within range since he slashed with the sword. That is a 6 and then a 16.
16 definitely hits. Feeling I'm about to have to make a cons check here.
Not a con check. As she like is writhing at you, the chains like buckle against her again, but for 1 second the glow kind of dims as she's like ferociously trying to like bite at you, and she sinks her these like fanged yellow teeth into your shoulder, and you feel you almost feel your blood like run cold for a second. You get this sensation all over your body. So your Constitution score is reduced by 1d4 until you rest, and this creature is going to gain some HP back.
Oh, that hurts.
Brutal.
She sinks her fangs into you, and you guys see that some of the color is leaving like Brother Anton's face as like there's a loud like slurping sound and stuff. But that's the end of her turn.
Do you want me to roll the d4 or do you want to roll it? For reducing my con, do you want to roll the d4 or do you want me to roll it?
Oh, you can roll it if you want. You can decide your fate.
Oh, big 3. That
The
hurts.
15 turns to a 20 for my focus check, so she's still paralyzed.
Nice. Here's my this is my focus check for the pro evil. Ooh, it drops.
What does that do? Was she not able to attack me?
No, she had. Well, it's with disadvantage
Oh, it
against
makes it. I see.
chaotic creatures, right?
Yeah.
I
Evil.
think so, yeah.
So it would have.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have
chaotic
done
creatures at
anything.
disadvantage on
Misunderstood.
under the effects.
It didn't stack with paralyzed, but it's good to.
I mean, that was still good to have. Yeah, get it.
So it just drops. I didn't lose the spell or anything. So
Mhm.
if the paralyzed drops, I can just cast it again. But I will move up and strike with a sword as well. Me and Anton will be up there attacking. Unfortunately, I'm not great with the sword.
I think what I may do here is
Is a 10 hit?
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say? What did you say? Oh, a 10. 10 does not hit. No. As she's like, it's not the sort of deal where it's like she dodges it. She's riding so much against this spell that her like jerky sort of movements, you just slightly miss with your strike.
I am going to hold the wound on my neck, and I'm going to stumble backwards away from her while she's being held in place. Smite is actually a ranged spell in Shadowdark, so I can cast this from range. It's within near, so I'm going to back up just essentially to the line of where my allies are, and I'm going to cast Smite again. As I'm holding my neck as I look very pale, and I'm going to pray to St. Tyragnis that this works. With a 16, that's going to do it.
Yeah, boy.
This is definitely gonna
I
hurt.
deal 3 damage.
He's still paralyzed, so it's like.
I deal another 1d6 on top of that. Another 3, so I deal 6 damage.
Nice.
I'll say like I like shove my symbol through the air, and like a glowing shape of my symbol just grows through the air and passes through her, and it like sears her unholy flesh as I'm backing up, my hand is getting covered in blood, and like the veins on my neck are like kind of blackened as I back up.
She looks bloodied as you let off this divine energy. She stares at you like with murderous rage, just these bloodshot eyes. It's still like that disturbing sort of deal. It's like it's not genuine human emotion on the face, so the eyes are like kind of like dead emotionally, but like you see that she's definitely wants to kill you guys a lot. She's like slobbering from her mouth and stuff.
Yes. I'm gonna pull my shield out because I forgot to do that. So I'm gonna actually equip my shield for 2 more AC.
Good call.
Yeah, I forgot I had a shield.
Yeah, let
So-
me ask. Wait, let me ask. Is the paralyzed condition meaning she can't move? Like if I move up to strike her and then I move back, she won't be able to come
Yeah,
after.
she can't move, and then even if she could attack you, it would be with disadvantage. So as long as you're out of range, she can't really get to any of you guys.
Okay, then I have enough movement to move up, strike, and then move back out of her range. Unless she has like over 10 feet reach or something. Near. Cool.
I look over to the mounted druid.
Yeah,
It's just-
Findle is definitely he looks at her being like, "You're abomination, and you have defiled Geed's love upon this earth. You will be brought back to the grave." As he charges in and basically swings at her as he rides past.
Hell yeah.
Double near.
We will see. It's not like he's particularly good at melee.
You do
Gosh,
get
those
advantage though because she's paralyzed.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a critical hit as long as you hit being close to her because she's paralyzed.
Do we have advantage on the attack roll?
Yeah, it's advantage as well. Sorry, I'm
So
Oh,
I
all
guess
over the
just a
place.
10. I assume that is not a hit.
No, a 10 doesn't hit.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 10, so I whiff it.
You're not
But
fully
I
in
def-
sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I basically go double near. I like this is like a full gallop. I'm trying to like swing
Mhm.
at her.
So I got a second swing then, I guess, because I had the 10 and a 17. I'm assuming 17 hits.
17 hits, yeah, for
I
sure.
did 4 longsword damage.
4.
And double that. You get another D8.
Oh, right. Thanks. Oh, man, somebody's paying attention.
He's tanky.
6 total.
She is very much near death. I'm going to say that for sure.
Lastly, I will, like in the old Modern Warfare 2 game, I'll spin the wand around as I'm maintaining focus on it, and I'll bring my crossbow over, and I'll take a shot at her.
Nice.
Ew.
Hell yeah.
Both barrels.
I believe
An
a
18.
19.
18. 19 hits, yeah.
Cool. And I'll do 2d6. For a total of 5.
Yeah.
Right through the lungs.
How do you do this? This is one of the most peak D&D situations where I make a cool creature and this fucking mollywop.
Dominated.
You got me though. You got me. You took my con away.
I like to
Until
see-
you rest.
Until I rest.
I don't. This is like a cool thing.
You
Yeah,
just see
he
me
hits her with the smite.
as you hit her. I just die. No, I'm just kidding.
You really want to lose your character.
No, I don't. Not yet, anyways.
You're like, let me die.
You come in with this. What do you strike with? Is it a sword? Long sword?
What
Roll fire. Okay.
Oh,
Real
sorry. Yeah,
long sword.
Yeah, I used a long sword.
Yeah. So I'm watching them as they're going in. He hits with the smite. You hit with the long sword, and then you duck out. And then Findle comes riding past and just clocks her with the shillelagh. And as he's doing that, I'm riding in the opposite direction. And as soon as he passes, I'm coming into range, and I fire off a shot, and it goes right through her forehead. We'll do that right between the eyes.
Nice.
As it lands in her eyes, you almost feel this wash of foul energy wash over you guys as it appears to expel from her quote-unquote body, just the massive entrails floating around and everything. But it almost seems like whatever life that these entrails had, they were still beating and stuff. You know, the heart was still producing blood that was dripping onto the ground below it and stuff. It stops as whatever sort of foul energy was animating this abomination of a creature, and it falls to the ground with a wet thud as blood splatters from it, from the severed head.
Anton, your blood. It's on the ground.
Yeah, Anton is like choking out, like gurgling on his blood. It's like barely a scratch. Anton, it's fine. Like, seriously, she didn't get you that hard.
So I
The
have
wound is blackened as she's drained my con away by 3 points.
You take the
Here,
same-
and he
the
just
same
licks
plants
his
that
thumb
you
and just
use.
kind of like wipes it away.
Ah!
You take the same plants that you use for your pipe weed and you like chew them up and put them on.
Yeah, exactly. I clean out my pipe, spit in it, rub it in my hands, and then just like wipe it across his food. It's like, you'll be fine, son.
I've never seen such
All
a
purpose
beast.
weed.
I also have 5 cons that would have nearly killed me.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a lot more dangerous of a fight than it ended up being, but you know, you guys use your abilities well, so
Shadowdark is swingy like that.
yep.
Shadowdark.
Like, we could have totally been led into whatever trap she was doing and been like super duper fucked by something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the paralysis was good.
Yeah, and also reading her mind, of being like,
If I
Yeah,
were
no, that was
DMing,
clutch. That was clutch. I'm not
I
gonna
roll
lie.
paralysis as you're completely defenseless, so technically you would have been able to just kill her, basically. But
Mhm.
that's kind of what I like with conditions in Shadowdark, is it's kind of up to the beholder. I try to go with like the definition of the word, and like paralysis means like lack of being able to use your muscles or whatever. So
yeah.
depending on what spell it was, like for hold person, it means that like her limbs go slack, but for something other creature or something like that, it could be like just your arm or just a leg or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, because like, what does paralysis mean to like a Hydra, where you have a bunch of different minds?
Exactly. One head goes thump while the other 4.
That's kind of the reason why I was
around.
thinking along the lines of like both, because you're, like, you know, you're closer to regular people, especially with Shadowdark, but heroes and then monsters, like yeah, paralyzed, but they're not. Like, I still want there to be something interesting for like the character / creature to do on their turn, other than just like you get told as a player, oh, you know, you skip your turn, that sort of deal. So I thought it might be an interesting way to.
No, that's a good way to do it too.
For sure.
That's how I would do stunned, but paralysis I think is worse. That's like the scary thing. So I would rule it as like you're literally defenseless.
Mm.
But this also, you also allowed it to be considered a humanoid. If you would have just said it wasn't a humanoid, he wouldn't have been able to do that too.
Yeah.
True.
And I wouldn't be able to read minds. Yeah.
I feel like that
Yeah.
would kind of like eliminate a lot of Like if it's
No,
like more of a
you
beast,
just
then
throw
yeah.
some goblins at him, and then he'll feel better when he can paralyze some goblins.
Yeah, if it's a bestial sort of thing, then yeah, it usually wouldn't work. But if it's anything that has like a vaguely at least humanish shape, then I'll let it go
Yeah, dude.
down.
Oh, I
10
forgot.
goblins.
My cloak whispers warnings when danger approaches. Would that have
Oh,
counted?
come on.
Yeah, it would have been. You would have been getting a lot of
Danger,
like animal noises like in the back of your
Okay.
head and stuff like that. That's how they warn you.
Okay, gotcha. Then I will keep track of that in the future because that and I cannot be surprised, kind of like a goblin's ancestry trait.
Were you
Yeah.
really surprised that the helpless woman wasn't evil?
I was already a bit sus to survive
Yeah.
out in this
I
She
thought
was
she
a
was
super
gonna be.
legit spirit.
Kinda gotta
guys.
be
I
a
thought she was
little-
gonna be a vampire, but when you said her head ripped off, then I said, "Oh, this is terrifying."
This is bad. This is way worse.
This
I
is
feel like I've
the
heard of this creature before. Does it have a name, buddy?
Yeah, it's a folklore creature called the Penangolin. I'll send it afterwards. After
it has a
session
name on
stuff.
the thing. It's like from the Philippines, right? Or the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say it's an
Yeah.
islander.
yeah.
I remember reading or like a video or something talking about this creature. I've heard it recently, but I couldn't remember its name.
So
This
as what happens now?
Well,
the
that
the
you
sun
guys
turns off. Let me go
Yeah,
see.
no, the sun starts to lower below the horizon as you guys get back to camp just at sunset, having
Well, I check her loot. Where's she hiding her loot?
well, you check the body that the head severed
I
from.
open
Yeah,
both lungs, all the liver.
you find nothing except for viscera, and
Sweet.
actually, I'll say this: I'll
Skull
say you
components.
find in quote unquote her pocket, you see
Oh, her.
severed fingers, like long rotted like fingers and stuff that she was like keeping as like souvenirs. But they're
Wait,
like
no
different
smooth stones?
sizes. They come from like different hands and stuff.
Is there a bag of smooth pebbles by chance?
You also happen to find a bag.
Is
of
there
pebbles.
I actually drag the head back with us to show the rest of the people just what we're going up against out here and to stay vigilant.
I will.
Actually,
You can
I'll
use my
pop out her-
crossbow
I'll
bolts
pop
as
out her
a
teeth.
tool to do that.
And for her body, before we leave, I'm gonna cast this.
Crits. I know crits you
Oxidize.
guys.
Oh, crit success. So that's a lot. That means I get 2d 100 years.
I'm gonna take the teeth before.
Ages two.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
so you
body.
take some teeth. Yeah, these teeth are well. First, her breath smells awful. It smells like a rotting corpse, a massive rotting corpses. And you rip off one of her teeth. They're like very jagged, yellow teeth.
So I age her body 85 years,
Damn.
which
You
I'm
notice-
hoping just like totally like rots
Turns
her
into
away into
slop.
bones.
Yeah, so
Yep.
dragging it.
You got-
Exactly.
You went from MILF to GILF.
Off to
Oh
kill.
my god. Are you sure we have to keep this warlock around?
Yes, like, I thought gilfs were a myth.
Who do you worship? Only you sound like a worshiper of Shun.
It's open-minded worship. I worship nothing. I'm just called upon.
Damn Shunites.
Yeah, you notice the strangest thing as you age this corpse. Nothing really happens to it. Like you cast the spell, like you connect with your magical essence like more than you've ever done with like some of your spells you cast before. But you see nothing really happens to it, almost as if this is a ageless creature. But yeah,
I
no,
think we should stay and burn the body. This thing is not of this world.
I agree.
Is
We rid this place of it.
Chronicler is behind his horse, throwing up a little bit.
I'm going to take out one of my oil flasks and pop the cork and spill it on her body, and then light it with my flint and steel. I
That's
will
your,
move that from my inventory.
that's your rapid oxidation.
Yeah, that's the rapid oxidation right there.
You guys are taking all the steps today, all the right steps, because as you burn this body, that same like grudge sort of like scream sounds off once more from the crossbow bolt is still in its head, it's still dead-eyed and everything, but as you burn its body, you see it lets off that scream once more as it fades away into dust.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It was gonna come back unless you properly disposed of the body.
Oh, I was straight up thinking, like, as a druid of nature, like, I did not want, an abomination like this to stick around in any way. Like, it just, even its corpse was an offense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, even like this abomination's corpse, like just killing it in a mundane way is not gonna get rid of it. It's one of those types of foul beasts.
Who knows what would happen to a creature if it consumed any part of that corpse? It'd be awful.
Chronicler, make sure you write that down. This is actually important for once.
You write a lot of important.
Good.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Start your bestiary. Step 1, paralyze. Step 2, burn it.
Pretty much.
The smell of cooked rotting flesh is felt as a breeze washes over, and we get the title card of Shadowdark Beasts of Burden as we end the session.
Hey!
Nice.
Bye.